All right. So last session was some info gathering was pretty informative. Uh, you guys discussed quite a few things about what your plans were, um, trying to figure out your next moves. Biggest thing I think that really came out of all that was you had some conversations. You had the conversation with local the Damned, who dressed up as a very snazzy looking, attractive man um, that you met at a diner, chit chatted, and after he revealed that he was being observed more or less, you guys handed him a ring of mind shielding, which he graciously accepted, and he said he would meet you guys back in an hour once it was attuned. And as you guys were discussing all this, a familiar foe made its presence known, or more, Rez was able to pick up on him. Had some guy watching you from an apartment while you guys were in the diner, teleporting up there as quick as you could, trying to find this man watching you guys. Heading into the hallway, into the last door, you saw a cartoonish black and white creature hop into a hole, leaving behind a cartoonishly sized bomb. Acting quickly, you guys were able to jump out and float down just as the bomb exploded, essentially leveling that apartment. You guys were able to make it out unscathed, but now you know that these guys seem to be tracking you to some extent. From there, you went to a more safe diner that you guys know, the one that you first met at the Amber Room Diner. You met there, discussed with him more after the ring had attuned. He essentially stated, mind flayers have a much bigger influence than it may appear. They have lots of thralls in their possession and in their hold to essentially give them a vast network of information. From that point, he did seem to dislike AAA and Rez'Veela for various reasons. For AAA, he stated he was a related, so to say. That's all he really said on the matter. But you were able to get some info from him in exchange for the info that you gave him, specifically the info that, hey, these mind flayers, they're just gonna turn you into, another one of them as soon as they can. He was grateful to get this information, and in exchange, he told you the location and general info about the Mind Flayer layer, so to say. He said there were roughly over 100 Mind Flayers in the layer. It was deep undersea, very deep underwater, and he essentially his layer was the hideout for the elevator, essentially the main entrance into it. Otherwise, teleporting directly to it through magical means is not really a thing because it is heavily warded against lots of different types of magics. So you guys were trying to think of what to do as far as that goes, and he more or less ended up leaving after all that. And just as he was about to leave, you guys did offer, like, hey, your hoard's probably there. We could probably help you move it. He didn't seem thrilled by that. But he also didn't like the idea of Mind Flayers trying to fuck his shit up while he tried to move his hoard. But he seemed to think himself better not having to trust people with his precious hoard, and he left. You guys did do another sending asking him, like, hey, could we get a map of the place? And he said, if you could get the gem of Ichka the Broken, which was an emerald that he said, he could get you a map of the hideout. You asked him again if you had any leads on where you could get such a thing, and he said to find Benjamin Shaman. So from that point, you guys decided the next option was to see if we could talk to this Sluocht fellow and figure out what this whole thing is going on. So you were able to find Car of the Shadows in the Underground Sea in the Ventura district. They led you underneath the main docks to a small little floating kind of dock under a dock, an underdock, where he inscribed magical sigils and hopped in, and you guys hopped in with him into a very fancy-looking mansion, specifically into the library room that he immediately spat you out into. He gave you a few brief things, mostly stating, be quick, his time is valuable, don't waste his time, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't really care for people who aren't of his nature. However, when you met him, he seemed much different in comparison to what the previous warnings were. He seemed very eager to give and share information as long as he got some information in return. You asked him a few questions like, hey, who is this he who sleeps? To which he essentially described he is essentially a god of the beholders. And while he sleeps, as beholders do, they can create things from their dreams and thoughts. However, after one of his emotions essentially became manifest and was killed, that started a cycle of more of his emotions coming out, and if they're killed, that expedites him waking up. If he does wake up, this plane that he created, Fortuna, it's probably going to get destroyed. It's not a good thing to be woken up out of that. The beholder that you spoke with, Sluocht, did discuss that most methods on waking or sleeping him have been lost to time, but he did have a distinct possibility that he needed to look into on possibly being able to put him back to sleep, but he doesn't have anything currently. You guys asked about the necklace. He didn't know anything about it. Then you asked him about the possibility of Iduk being in the state that he is, specifically having two voices. You didn't directly mention that it was him, but he seemed to mention that in an anti-magic field, the only real thing that could pin out would be something like a creature that can shapeshift. And he suggested a blood test. If you can get the blood, changelings usually have a greenish or bluish blood. That would be more or less proof positive that that is not the real Iduk. Aside from that, you guys did ask about the Sovereign, who he was, and who Benjamin Shaman was. He didn't seem to know too much on the matter on either of them. He did say that Benjamin Shaman was a bit of an asshole, very high and mighty, thinking of himself. And the Sovereign, he wasn't sure exactly about him either. He did not seem to know too much about him either. So, I know we did end a little late to kind of catch everybody up. We probably will be starting around 8:30. That's just, I found that seems to be working better for me, if that's not too much of a problem for everybody else. But I do know other things are going to be changing, and to make things easier for other party members, we'll probably try and end right around 12, right around midnight, just to keep things good for everybody, because I know Dagrim's starting a new job, and midnight is probably going to be the best ending time for him as well, along with Rosie's job as well. So, aside from that, does anybody have any questions before we hop in proper? We are still at the Beholder's mansion. If you have any other questions, now's the time to ask him.
I think so.
Ask of the Beholder or ask of the DM?
Yes.
What's the difference?
Okay. I think most of Rez'Veela's inquiries have been largely satisfied at this point.
Okay.
Seems like the Beholder would just be speculating beyond what he's already said.
I don't think that Dan really does either.
Rosie has something.
Okay.
Go for it.
Rosie would pull out the pill that Idic gave her for the mind flare. Get rid of the bugger thingy, and I think she'd probably ask him if he knew how it worked.
He looks at it real close with his eye stalk, and you see one of the eye stalk reach out and kind of extend up real close to the pill, and the eye starts to glow as the pill starts to float out of your hand, bringing it back to his big eye so we can get a better look at it. And you see him tilt his head up as he has some of his other eye stalks look at it, and you see beams of light flashing through this pill coming from the other eye stalks. Curious. This is a type of poison.
What type of poison?
It's a poison to deal with, I'm imagining, based on your description, to deal with mind flayers.
Yes, that's what we were told.
Well, it seems to be simply just that, a type of poison.
Well, what type of poison is it?
It comes from the Sloantha tree of Feywilds.
From the Feywilds?
Yes, I'm correct.
Where would I be able to attain? Do you know, besides the Feywilds, if there's any place else to obtain this?
I suppose you could synthesize it if you've got the right magic and alchemical knowledge.
Okay. And do you know how quickly the poison works?
Typically about a minute. Fairly fast acting.
Oh, fast acting? Okay. That's good to know. Okay.
Faster than Ceramorphosis would set in, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Kind of figured. Would it be... another question is when you get infected by a mind flare, like, how quickly do they have control over you?
It depends on if the mind flayer in question wants the tadpole to turn you into a thrall or just to turn you into another mind flayer.
Let's go thrall. A thrall.
Now, for a thrall, that usually takes about a period of a month or so.
A month. So they wouldn't know or act differently until then?
Usually any memories such as that are suppressed
Okay.
or eaten, one of the two.
How likely do you think it would be for a mind flare to infect a dragon?
It's not impossible. I've heard of them before. Read
And
about them.
They would typically be turned into thralls, correct? Not.
Under the control of a powerful enough elder brain, they probably would prefer to have it turn into one of its own. They are a bit more fearsome in their mind flare state.
And then how long does it take for them to turn into a mind flare, would you say?
Ceremorphosis on humans and animals that can survive it typically take anywhere from 1 week to a month. The dragon, I would imagine, would take longer. But that said, usually ceremorphosis starts within an hour after a little bugger gets in there.
So if you don't kill the mind flare immediately, it'll still do the thing.
You're talking about the tadpole, correct?
Yes.
Yes, if you don't get the tadpole after the first hour, you can't really do much past that.
So you can't kill the tadpole after that? Not with this poison?
Not without killing the host.
Stupid dragon.
Well, shit. He's a goner, right, guys?
Definitely.
Do we think he's been tadpoled?
I
If he
think
hasn't been, he's gonna be.
I feel like it's really. He put on the ring of mind shielding. Like they're gonna know, and I'm sure they're going to be there waiting for him.
It's
That sounds a bit juicy. Well, as for payment for what I just gave you, why don't you tell me that little story?
Oh, there's this dragon we just met, and he's being a dumbass, and he's moving his
Oh,
board
what color?
black.
I would have thought it would have been a white one.
Why is that?
yeah. What?
They're pretty
What's that?
stupid.
Fucking racist beholder.
Oh, that's our green one. Green ones are smart, but sometimes they can't see that their own plan is backfiring.
Yeah, we offered the dragon our help, but he refused it. But he was working for the mind flares, and he's going to go move his horde after I gave him a ring of mind shielding. So they definitely know he's doing what he's not supposed to be doing, based on their arrangement, from what he said.
Very interesting. Yes, I must say, I'm honestly surprised they haven't already put a little wiggler in him.
Interesting way to describe that process.
Yeah, they had like a little sheet saying that they wanted to do it. They just hadn't done it yet.
I suppose that is not exactly a easy manner, especially if you're wanting the same thing to guard your
Entrance.
Yes.
How quickly do you think we could get to that lair? Because we know where it's at.
Isn't it on the other side of the plane?
It is technically near the Ventura district, but it is not near any ports or not near any ports. It's in the wilds of the sea, basically the open sea.
So we just gotta dig down a couple miles. Plette, we got stone shape. We can make this work. 5 feet a
feet at
day.
a time.
Yep.
It's gonna be be a real fucking slow process. Ugh.
We should be able to get down there by at least 4 years from now.
How many spell slots do I have for 4th level?
1,
1. Okay, so
10 feet a day.
10 feet a day.
That's 3,650 feet a year. So that's almost a mile a year.
Less than a mile. That's like a little more than half a mile a year
Yeah, exactly. So like a kilometer a year.
at that pace.
Is Fortuna metric or is it imperial?
They measure in hectares.
Everything's measured in chamans. Or bingies, as they're casually called.
Random question.
For who?
The beholder.
Oh.
Would you have a fast way of getting us there? Potentially? I mean, you got us to this plane with like a little hole.
Well, that's just because my servant has the knowledge on teleportation here, but... where is it? Let me pull out... I imagine it's a lair, so he's not in, not like he's in an office or something on the 5th floor.
No.
Okay. He pulls out a map of the underground sea, and he points to where you guys are in the north with one of his eyes. Says, "We are right about here."
Okay.
And going off of all of your prior knowledge, you would know that the lair is far to the west, pretty much in just the dead emptiness of the sea. No real ports near it, but it is essentially into one of the pillars. The closest center to where it is essentially would be, where we've got where the open circle or the open crater is. It's essentially on the other side of the world where that is.
Gotcha.
I must ask, is there a reason there's no ports in that area?
If I had to guess, are you asking the beholder or the DM?
The beholder.
Okay. Well, if I had to guess, there's lots of skin monsters out there.
That's what I assumed.
Away from the light, they tend to congregate.
Doesn't seem like a very safe place for our party.
It's not exactly a safe place for any unless you're a sea serpent. Or a kraken.
But do we really want to deal with a mind-flared dragon?
If anyone has sending, we could lure him back with the promise of this other dragon gem we have.
We could.
I
I
don't have sending.
think it might be worth it. I don't want to deal with a dragon that's been mind-flared.
Here's my question.
For who?
To the party.
Should we leave?
Yeah, we should.
Are we done here?
I feel like we're done here.
Well, let's finish what your question is, but you whisper it. He doesn't have ears.
He's a beholder.
I have ear holes, thank you.
He beholds all. Okay. So the theory is that if we lure him back with the dragon gem, he won't get mind flared.
I don't know. I didn't think about past step 1, to be honest.
Okay, here's my concern. After we give him the gem, what is he likely to do?
Maybe we can talk to him again. And really just be like, hey man, we really don't want you to get mind-flared.
Okay, but if we're doing that in exchange for the gem and we fail, he's taking a dragon and a gem back towards the mind flayer hive.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good
And
idea.
then they would have 2 dragons.
Well, the gem dragon is no help to them.
Well, until they break it out, right?
No, he has no soul.
Like, I still puppet it. It's a body. It's not dead, is it?
That's
Does
true.
a thing without a soul live or die?
That's an intriguing question, Rez'Veela.
Well,
They could
It
perhaps
depends.
puppet him as some kind of undead creature.
It depends
that
on
is
the
within
power
my
of the
players.
necromancer that is puppeting it.
I mean, if you look at the magic jar spell, to my best understanding of it, your body remains alive even after your soul is vacated into the receptacle. So presumably the body's still alive. In stasis at present. It may not last very long without a soul to actually, feed it or whatever, but I mean they're mind flayers. They can mind control people. Like,
Here, just tell him I'll sleep with him and then get him back.
We kind of tried that.
Well, no, you said date, and he had no interest in a date.
is Rosie actually pitching that we lure him back with the promise of sex?
She's selling her
Kinda.
body.
I feel like she's like, I don't want to deal with bad dragons.
So I'm gonna deal with a bad dragon.
Could have worded that in so many different ways.
But wasn't it the best way?
Probably.
It's 100% intentional. Let's be real.
Leo, come on now.
I mean, look, if you're willing to
Take one for the
honeypot
team.
this guy,
But you guys have made me honeypot so many people at this
We
point. What
didn't-
more's the
Yeah,
goddamn
just-
dragon?
We never
were
made
planning
you
on-
honeypot.
You do
we were
not
planning
have
on-
to do this.
yeah, we killed all those guys before anything happened. We're not gonna kill this guy before anything happens.
But I don't want to deal with a mind flayer dragon.
Then we don't have to deal
Are
with
you
that. We don't
suggesting
know
we
that there's
try
gonna
to-
be a mind flayer dragon.
Are you suggesting we try to kill him now before he's a mind flayer?
No, I don't want to kill him. I just don't want to deal with it.
That's
And then
very rude.
I think we should go.
I'm sorry, Mr.
Slow act.
Sluact. We'll get out of your hair.
Wow.
It's offensive.
I have hair.
I don't have hair either. It's an expression. He's smart enough to know that.
He didn't say
He's
it
smarter
to
than all
you.
of us.
I still would like a head of hair someday.
I told you.
See, he's
Let's
self-conscious.
go. Come on, Dan.
Well, hey, I mean, if you're in the market, I might be able to figure something out for you. Yeah,
Let's just go.
you
Let's
know how
just
to
go.
reach me.
Let's just
okay,
go.
we'll be in touch. Call me.
We will be in touch.
All right.
And
Let's
then,
do
we,
it.
and then we try to find the exit.
My assistant will help you out.
Okay.
All right.
wait, was
Yeah,
that a
'cause
good enough payment about the stupid dragon being dumb?
He's not stopping us.
Not me wanting to fuck a dragon.
I don't want to fuck a dragon. I just don't want to deal with a mind flare dragon when we deal with the mind flares.
If you
Okay?
don't want to fuck a dragon, we should
Sluax
probably
is
not
like,
promise
I'll
the
just put
dragon.
you on the list. Opens a giant book. The Great Tome of Fortuna's Dragon Fuckers. Just Rosie Datura.
You must get his name tattooed.
Okay, so yeah, he would have his assistant show up again, and they will lead you out to the main set of doors in this mansion. As you get to walk down the hallways, you start to realize this is a pretty big mansion. Like, this is at least three stories, and it's big. Mostly due to just accommodate the size of the beholder floating around in it. But eventually he leads you to two large wooden doors that he opens up fairly easily, and on the outside just seems to be a alleyway in the Fortuna district, or the Ventura district, excuse me.
Till next time.
Yeah, thanks for the meeting. I guess we'll be in touch.
Very good, sir.
We step out.
Mosey out.
Yeah. As he closes the door, You see magical sparkles around the edges disappear as the door fades out of existence.
Dagrim, how did you sneeze that quietly?
I
didn't hear a thing.
I have a mute button. It's this. If my mic ever turns red.
Well, I was asking Dagrim, but alright.
That was Dagrim.
Dagger's been walking around with
Where
a
did you
headset
get
this
a
whole time.
mic?
What is a mic?
Oh, it's a Merkel thing.
Yes, what was that apparatus?
It's called a Michael.
Oh,
Michael phone.
I just got it. Merkel, Michael.
Exactly.
Yep. That's pretty good.
Okay. Anyway.
I still think that Mind Flayers would struggle to be able to control or defend against the dragon's attack. I do think that is a steep thing. That is an ancient black dragon.
They have 100 of them, though.
One breath weapon. If they are in a straight line.
Yeah, they'll be in a straight line.
Yeah,
because
Mind Flayers are going to line up perfectly for
because they're
breath
freaking.
Well, there was those 7 that get hit by the fireball, but that was a weird situation.
Well, they weren't ready for us. I
think that is a very, very dangerous fight for Mind Flayers to try to take on. Even if it is a black dragon, they will not have no fatalities.
They'll lose some people, but they'll gain a black dragon thrall.
They might gain a black dragon thrall.
Okay, you're really relying on this might.
I think you underestimate the power of an ancient black dragon.
I think you're underestimating 100 Mind Flayers.
Yes.
Ancient dragons are spellcasters on top of that.
Okay, he gets a turn, and then the Mind
And then
Flayers
a legendary
start going.
turn.
What's a turn?
Okay, so with the legendary action, he can use 3 claw attacks, or a claw and a perception, or a claw and a wing attack. Okay,
Hey, but he
so
also has frightful
he'll
presence.
kill maybe 10 of them. Meanwhile, we have 90 Mind Flayers, all using their psychic blast power.
He can outrange them.
They can fly.
Yeah, but he's got a 120-foot cone.
They're in a cave
They have
that
a
Mind
60
Flayers built.
He just blasted into the cave. Okay. Who would win? 100 duck-sized Mind Flayers.
Or 1 Mind Flayer-sized black dragon. This is falling apart.
This is a coughing baby versus hydrogen bomb scenario. But which one's the bomb?
Where's that thing Clark linked us the other day? I fucking battle sim.
Yeah.
Can you make a battle between monsters and other monsters?
Yes. Okay.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Black dragon. Let me add that.
This feels productive.
Anyways,
If I might add an addendum to my poorly thought out plan, if we did offer him the gem containing Scanthrithris, it might be beneficial to us in the long term, given that the Demon Council is looking for these gems. I don't know if we want to be the ones holding it anyway.
just lure him with gem and sex, okay? It's a dragon.
Okay.
Will it say no?
Even with 9 Mind Flayers, they have 3 casualties, 4 near deaths, and a dead dragon.
I still don't think. I don't trust that website.
What about the website do we not trust?
Oh, it doesn't take into account like where the fight's going on. It's the dragon's lair. He's got lair action.
It's not his lair, it's theirs.
But
Yeah.
his lair is in their lair.
His lair is above their lair.
Okay, Dan, message the dragon about sex and dragon gem, okay?
This is my issue. I don't necessarily want to give him the gem.
Did you
If
listen
he's
to
gonna
what I
take it,
said?
He's going to take it to the Mind Flayers. I don't want the Mind Flayers to have it either.
What does it matter if they have it?
Because they
Because
could
then
use it.
They could have
It's a
two
body.
Maybe.
It's a living. That's a living dragon body they could put to use.
It might just die the moment you let it out of the gem. I don't know how it works.
But they might know how it works.
Why would they know how it works?
Because they
It's
are
the work
100
of the
people with
sovereign.
20 intelligence.
That's 100 smarty pantses instead of just 2.
Okay, is that a bigger risk than them taking the black dragon?
That's fully alive and
That is
definitely has
definitely
magic.
going to get flayed.
Okay, what's the likelihood that giving him that gem is going to keep him from getting flayed?
I don't know. That's why I'm pitching it to smarter people who can elaborate on it.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I don't think the likelihood is good.
I'm just
I
saying-
think he's going to take it, and he's still going to go back to move his horde, and he's still going to get caught. And he's gonna
Okay,
get caught with the
maybe
gem.
I can try to. I can attempt to do whatever the stuff, and then I can persuade him into letting us help him
In
move the
some
horde.
pillow talk situation.
Yeah, whatever that is. What he said.
Dagrim knows all about pillow talk.
He's got that
He's a
10
resident
charisma. I mean,
expert.
Dagrim has a riz of 10.
10 out of 20.
It's average.
But
I mean, the alternative here is we do nothing.
let him get flayed, and that seems like a terrible alternative.
I think our chances of stopping him from being flayed at this point are pretty low. Like, I don't think we can dissuade him from doing this horde thing. Like,
Delaying it might be worthwhile, though.
can we delay it 3 weeks?
Well, it depends on how long it takes to get him here.
What
and
happens
how
in
long.
3 weeks?
The submarine.
Yeah, the submarine's ready in 3
Yeah.
weeks.
Are we
I don't
going on
think-
the
He said he'd be-
submarine?
He
I
said
don't
he'd
think
have
so.
a map ready in 2 weeks.
I don't think we should go on that submarine.
I'm not sure what
think
our
so
our
either.
plans are at this point, to be honest.
If he can't take 100 mind flayers, then we definitely can. How many spell slots you got?
Well, that's my thing. It's like, if the submarine's gonna have Dark Elf commandos or whatever, whoever they're sending with us, we can let them take point, you know.
So you
Chew
do
through their
want to take the
resources.
submarine.
I don't love it, but of all of our options, it's I don't know what the alternative is.
As someone that wears heavy plate mail, I'm not a fan of submarines.
Do you even breathe?
I do.
Really?
I
Yeah.
saw him do it once.
Like once a
It
day.
might just be for fun.
Dagrim, do you know sending?
No.
This does not.
God damn it. Send to the dragon, Dan.
And say what?
The gem and banging.
I don't want to give him the gem.
Give him the gem of banging. You heard her.
God damn it. Does Rosie
Do we have that?
Rosie have anything cool in her fucking inventory? No, I don't.
I do. I mean, it feels like we're at an impasse with the dragon thing. If the only person who can reach out to him is not inclined to, then there's nothing we can do.
I'll go find somebody.
Rosie, don't.
How are you going to explain that?
She'll just go to the mafia people and be like, I need you to send to this dragon.
That I'm going to fuck him.
This is such a bad idea.
Daddy, can you protest sending?
Please don't give him the gem. I'm begging you.
I need to fuck a dragon.
Please don't give him the gem.
Hey, David.
Yes.
Are there scrolls of sending?
Can Artificer
Are you
learn
trying
sending?
to find a burner phone equivalent in this world?
Yes, basically.
I believe that.
I feel like that would be a reasonable thing.
Well, it
I mean,
depends
yeah.
if Artificers can actually use sending.
Oh,
If not, then the scroll's not going to do any good.
oh, I can't. Never mind. God damn it, Dan! Send it to the dragon!
I'm not giving it the fucking gem. I'm sorry. I just
Okay,
it's a-
I mean, he's not the one proposing the gem thing. I was.
I just want the dragon dick.
I just don't know what
Don't
step
look at dragon
2
thing.
of either me or Rosie's plan is.
okay.
It's just
Whether you have sex with
the
him
fact
or
that you
not.
can't use a scroll unless it's on your skill list, like, is dumb.
What?
What'd you say?
You said that you can't use a scroll unless it's on your spell list, right?
Yeah.
Is it? Am I the only one that feels like that's dumb?
It is very
Weird.
dumb. But
Yeah, it's a little.
it's a little stupid.
It's not my favorite rule.
But Dan loves it.
Anyway, I don't know what step 2 is of this plan, regardless of which
So
way we
step
go.
2 was attempting to talk him into us helping him
We
move his
kind of
word.
did that already.
Technically, now that I think about it,
Yeah, we tried that
The-
last session and he didn't
We
bite.
barely tried though. I don't think
We did try though. He's the dragon. He doesn't give a fuck about us.
if I remember correctly, the coitus and the giving him the gem are two separate acts. They don't have to tie into each other.
Correct.
They don't even
Because-
necessarily have to both happen.
Exactly. If she wants to just fuck the dragon,
I'm starting to wonder if that's really what's going on here.
No,
You're
Is that what
you're
this is
really
about,
pushing
Rosie?
for this.
I'll cast Zone of Truth.
Johnny wants
No,
to fuck the dragon. Rosie does. Leave me alone.
So what's gonna happen when we call him and he shows up?
No, I guess we'll just fuck him.
I feel like we should perhaps put our efforts into other planning.
I am inclined to agree. I think we've done as much as we can with the dragon.
Oh wait, I did actually have a question. I wanted to ask the mind flare.
Oh,
Not
shit.
the mind flare, the
The
beholder before we left. It was
Oops.
about the pill.
Wait, you already asked about the pill.
It was just like another question regarding it. My other question was, if like he took the pill earlier, before he went to the mind flayers, would it still work? Is there like a duration?
Hmm.
Where
to
you're like
prevent-
protect from
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
protected
it's
from
a
infection.
poison. I don't
Yeah, I
think
mean,
that would be
he
how
did
it
just-
would work.
For clarification, he did say it was a poison, so it's something that you take if you get affected.
It's like chemo, but for mind flayer
Wait,
worms.
couldn't you just hand him and be like, hey, if you get infected, take this?
But he might not know he got infected. That's the problem.
No, but like, I mean, if something goes in through his eye, that's how they infect people, generally speaking.
Right, but if they're gonna hold him still to do it with like a like a mind flayer mind thing, whatever the fuck they do.
You sound like you know a lot about the subject.
I just know that they shoot shit out of their heads at people, and it fucks with you in places and ways. It's just, it's I don't know.
I would say the best option would be to give him a pill.
Yeah. If anything, just send
Call it a Plan B pill.
Hey, we have a plan B pill
darn
for
it.
if you get
Mind
I mean,
flayers.
it
Flared.
couldn't hurt
As long as you
for
take
him
it
to have
within an hour.
okay. I would be willing to send him for that if we want to call him back to try and get him a pill.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
I will use my last third level slot for the day and send to Lokal again. And I will let him know. Hey, if you get a chance, we have another layer of protection for you in case
you get
you
flayed.
get warmed. It's called a morning after pill.
Dewormer.
the D one.
The dewormer. It's ivermectin. It's ivermectin.
It's the secret to curing mind flare.
Wow.
You just take horse dewormer.
Wow, who'd have thought?
It comes in this weird paste.
Alright. I will send a Lokal and I will tell him we have pill for him
Okay.
to protect.
would say after that you would get a message. Meet me at the same diner tonight.
He says meet him at the same diner tonight.
I'll do it.
Alright, we can all do it.
Yeah, I mean, we should all be there, Rosie. We don't want
I'm
to.
just kidding. Oh
An
my
Yeah.
god.
ancient black dragon.
We
on, that was
definitely
way too.
shouldn't send people alone to deal with this guy.
That's
Well,
okay.
I mean, they're at the diner, but
I got it.
He's a fucking dragon. He doesn't give a shit.
it's true.
Fine. Rez will go with me.
I will.
I don't know if he doesn't like Rez.
No, he did not like me. But that's fine.
okay.
I didn't like him.
We'll like balance each other out.
Anyway,
We'll go with you.
there are other things we need to discuss, like the fact that your father has been replaced with a doppelganger.
Or changeling.
Oh, I have definitely hurt my father before being a klutz. So get me in a room with him and I'm sure I can figure it out.
That
Apparently,
seems
we need his blood.
Yeah,
very
I could just
dangerous.
have like a glass or something and I accidentally just fall and
Slice him.
smash it on him.
That could go well.
I'm just gonna try and cut my dad.
I mean, she is saying accidentally, but I would worry
This one
that-
would be purposefully, accidentally.
Do you think you could klutz on purpose?
I klutz all the time.
Yes, but those are accidents.
I'm sure I could figure it out, or someone could put a mage hand, or I don't know.
Can't do magic in there.
Oh, that's right. I'll just
Mhm.
I would be.
You have to totally sell
someone
it.
can trip me.
Why would I trip you?
Just
I
you're like
assume it was you.
you're sprawled out, and your legs out, and I don't see it, and then I just.
And I just do.
I mean, whatever works. I think it is something we'll need to address sooner rather than later.
But we probably.
I am worried about the idea if anything goes wrong in that room in particular, because we would be in an anti-magic field, so we'd have to rely heavily on Rez'Veela, which isn't a
The
bad
horror.
thing. I trust Rez'Veela,
I
but
don't
not
think that's
on
gonna
her
be an
own.
issue.
I-
I'm not too worried about that. We
I
also
have
have
a gun.
we have like 20 Tommy guns in our bags of holding.
I would prefer not to kill my father. Well, I guess,
if he's not your
Yeah, it's not
dad,
your
doesn't
dad.
matter.
but we can't kill him because we'll need information from him,
We got
and then
sleep
we'll.
with
You know,
Dad.
we can staunch the bleeding when we're done, and then we can.
And we can speak with Dead.
Well, if he doesn't want to talk, we can speak with
We have
Dad.
any number of options on that front.
I was gonna say we could stabilize him after we blow his holes in him and interrogate him.
Sure.
I am pretty good at stabilizing.
Alright, and longer down the road, you are wanting to go on the submarine, Dan.
I just don't know what our alternative is.
I
I
don't
think
know
we
what
should.
our incentive is.
Yeah, there's no incentive to doing that.
Well,
It's-
the necklace.
To help other people? Because it's not like we need the necklace.
Well,
Well, I would gladly take the necklace.
okay. If so, to clarify my understanding of your objection here, it is that we stand to gain nothing by acquiring the necklace. Correct.
Save for more targets on our back.
Okay. So then we just sit with this other half of a necklace indefinitely.
I think it's better for other people to get the necklace out of the extremely dangerous, abandoned area of the sea where there's giant sea monsters, and then get it from them when they come back.
That was my original pitch.
Well,
That
why'd
was
you
my
change
original
it?
pitch, thank you very much.
That was Rez's original pitch.
I was saying, let's recruit some fucking adventurers to go do this. Let's go spread the word.
Why
Hey,
even get anyone
there's
else into this? Let the Dark Elves do their thing.
because they weren't going to do it without us.
Or what if we send our new employees?
Wait, the
They're
Dark
not-
Elves are not going to do it without us, but they're building a submarine.
They have a submarine.
They're building
I
a
think-
submarine.
I thought no, they have one because they showed it to us. They said
Then-
they were getting
DM, are
everything
they building
ready.
a submarine, or do they have a submarine ready?
They were getting it ready. They had a submarine. They were getting it ready for the trip.
They were planning to
Basically.
do this.
DM, clarify. Were they planning to make a trip before we pitched the idea to them?
The offer, as I recall, was you guys were going to go with them to deal with the threat.
Right, but were they originally planning to do this anyways?
On their own, not immediately. They are too low in number for that.
Right.
But where were they planning to go?
They were planning
Well,
to
they
build their
just had a
strength up.
submarine, I guess.
Yeah, they had a submarine. The plan was there eventually to go do it. They were not going to do it anytime soon without us.
I don't know why they think that we would be the game changers in a fight against this 100 mind flayers.
I don't know.
Regardless, I do stand by the notion that we really aren't the people to be doing this, given the amount of power and the people in play for what's going on here. I don't see us as the ones to solve this.
I would agree with Rez on this.
I don't know. There's a part of me that just really questions the competence of every individual around us. I don't know what it is, but I can't help but shake the film.
That's harsh, Dan.
I don't know. It's just this weird nagging sensation in the back of my head. It's like previous life is telling me you gotta do it yourself. Okay. So we don't go. Let's say we still have the other half of this necklace. We still have a target on our backs.
So we give it to the Devil Mafia.
Do we? Because they lost it the first time.
They didn't
Like a
lose it.
bunch
They
of
gave it to
chumps.
Rosie, and Rosie lost.
I mean,
It was their responsibility. They lost it.
I agree with that premise, and I was also championing that last time we spoke with them, but it's better to be in someone's hands that's not ours, it seems like. And you don't trust the Demon Council, as you shouldn't, and none of us want to affiliate with any of the other mafias.
Now, here, I don't know all of the plane's logistics. I've been here for a little while, but Demon Council already runs everything.
They run a lot.
It is to be presumed.
What's the problem with them already having something that helps them control, if they already control? Kind of cements their stake, I guess, but they already have that.
We
This
don't
is just-
know what their plans are with it, though, is the
Do
problem.
they even? I mean, I'm sure they know of it, but I feel like with the power that we've seen available to them, they already know that we probably have the necklace, and they probably already know where the other piece of the necklace is. So they're waiting for the pieces to fall into their laps. So we could always
I mean,
help them along
theoretically,
that process.
by that logic, they could have known the Devil Mafia had the necklace,
It's true.
and they never took it.
I don't think there's zero value also in learning where real Eidik is to see what his actual intent in all of this is.
Probably.
We don't know how long he's been a doppelganger or changeling or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that's an very immediate concern that should be addressed.
So perhaps we could
For
make
sure.
a more informed decision that way. Incidentally, if we don't trust any of the mafias or anyone with this necklace, we can also just give it to the world government.
Do we trust the world government with it? Do we want to be the
No,
ones
but I feel
delivering
like
it to the world government?
The world government is going to be the only ones whose intentions will probably be to continue Fortuna.
That's fair.
That's
because
true.
it's making them
That's their
absolute
entire point of their existence.
piles of money.
Do we trust their capacity to keep it?
Well,
I don't know.
do you know? Yeah, what do you know about the politics of this
I
world?
certainly don't trust the devil or the devil mafia's
Yeah.
capacity to
Okay.
keep it.
When's the last
DM.
time you voted, Dan?
I'm not registered.
Independent.
They never opened voting stations in my neighborhood. There's
that's
a lot of voter suppression.
Voter suppression.
Yeah.
I believe it.
DM, what do we know about the world government as far as their capacity to resist
We had to put them on the tier
the
list.
mafias? Yeah.
Resist the mafias.
How feasible would it be for them to safeguard this necklace from the Demon Council, say?
Are they corrupt as shit as far as we know?
I would assume there's a lot of corruption there if the mafias are flourishing like they are.
Maybe.
I mean, I would say you are going to know there is corruption in. It's just kind of what you get when you get with politics. With that said, out of their government, they do definitely try and maintain order. They have put through a lot of acts and things like that to try and protect the plane after the various incidents, like all of the apartments blowing up and most recently the nautiloid that you guys launched at them. They do seem at least capable of taking care of immediate threats, like they were able to deal with that nautiloid fairly quickly and easily. But to kind of get to the main question, if all the mafias were to go against them, they probably would not do too well. Against the Demon Council, that's hard to say. You don't know world government's full extent, and you don't know the Demon Council's full extent.
But as far as like my memory of recent history and whatever history I've studied in my +8 history or +5 history, excuse me, would my understanding of the world government's past paint a picture of them as being the kind of organization that could capably fend off someone coming for their secrets? Or are these guys who have been in the papers that are like, Demon Council breaks into Area 51 for the 3rd time this year? Like, what's the impression on the streets as far as their ability to have secrets?
Is the world government
and
competent?
Guard stuff, yeah.
I mean, I would say, just to give you an example of competency, they do have the World Library, which still has sections that are unknown to the public or very, very few people. They do seem able to keep secrets very well.
Okay.
They seem competent as far as that goes.
Like the Library of the Vatican.
If the world government is able to keep a secret, then I would say they're a feasible option to offload this thing. But I would put forward that we need to be very careful how we present it to them, just so we make sure it gets into the right hands before we just wash our hands of the whole thing and say, fuck it, we're done.
I mean, now that I think about it,
We are going to piss off the Devil Mafia,
it feels like the world government would be the most inclined out of any group to want to intervene in this at all. So why don't we just let them?
I mean, they know the Mind Flayers are a thing.
They know now, but we have information that actually could benefit them.
But we don't know who to give it to is the problem.
I guess they're a monolithic organization. The information's going to get to where it needs to go.
Well,
We need to talk to the
assuming it doesn't come into the hands of a Mind Flayer, thrall, or a Mafia informant
So
who
we
has a
just need to
vested
give it
interest in.
to a wide variety of people.
Yeah, I mean, the info, sure, but the necklace has. We've only got one necklace.
Well, okay, the necklace, that's specific, yes. We'd have to be careful with that, but
Yeah.
The fact that the world government are the people who are best suited for this job reinforces the idea in my mind that a group of ragtag assholes are maybe not well suited for this job.
I don't disagree.
I wouldn't consider myself an asshole.
You're all right.
Thank you.
I mean, you're with us. You're not that great.
All right.
I lift him up and you knock him back down. Alright, let's go kill Idek or
You
something.
said you're out of 3rd level spell slots, right?
I still got my 4th.
That's fair.
You want to cook?
We can take him.
I don't love the idea of like betraying the devil mafia because then they're gonna.
I am
mad.
worried about that for sure.
I am worried about that.
Yeah.
Well,
this
no,
seems
the
like-
Dawn-
info from fake Idek.
The Dawn asked for the necklace.
Exactly. That's my fear. Is the,
The
Dawn
Dawn
asked
asked for
for
the
it.
necklace.
Now, if we had the world government and they got information and grabbed the other half of the necklace before we got to it, that's not our fault. As long as they don't
sort of is
find
our
out.
fault.
As long as they don't find out that we gave them the information.
I mean, we are currently scry-proof thanks to the amulets.
I mean, I know
So-
this is a tricky situation for you in particular, Rosie, but they're the ones who gave you that necklace and ostensibly got it lost in the first place, and you do want to give it back to them.
Well, I'd like to know why they gave it to me in the first place.
That's fair. I also want to know that.
We asked that question to the Don, and he had.
We did not ask
There
the
you-
question to the Don.
No, we did, and he said he would give
I'll
us
tell you
answers.
if I'll tell you if you give me the whole
Oh.
necklace.
Well, that's not
That
good
was
for
That's not
anyone.
very useful.
Yeah. My concern is less I want to give it back to them and more I'm concerned what they're gonna do when they find out we didn't. You know?
I mean, snitches get stitches.
That's true. All right, let's just go figure out if my dad's changeling.
Yeah,
and
let's
then
go
we can-
kill Idek.
Yeah, let's go kill
No!
Idek.
If he's not a changeling, we're not killing him.
Alright.
Well, yeah, probably.
Alright, we go find Idek's hideout.
Okay. So, you guys are still in the Ventura district, and he's there. So, doesn't
Wait,
take
do
too
we-
long to get there. What's up?
Do we? Okay, real quick. Before we go, all of us go in there.
Mm-hmm.
Are we all going in?
That's what I was about to say. It's like, should we all go in, or should Rosie have like stopped by with like lunch and maybe a razor blade and stuff because she saw he hadn't shaved and did like a little care package for him because he's
You're gonna
been...
Sweeney Todd him?
No. I just try to figure out a good reason why they're there for not questions.
That's fair.
And I feel like it would make sense if Rosie
I
came
mean, I
and
wouldn't
brought
want to be
him.
far in case he picks up on the ruse.
I'm just saying, I go in by myself, and then you guys are like down the hall when that happens, and after I go in, you're by the doorway.
Sure.
Doesn't the door open to the outside, like to the outside of the building?
Yeah, it does.
Or no?
So, to describe it again, it's a business on the first floor. Then you have a stairway leading up to a set of apartments, and
Inside the building?
inside the building, and the doors open up into the apartment.
Doors open up
The
into?
doors?
The doors of the apartments on the apartment rooms.
You open a door and there's the room.
Yeah, there's the apartment.
There's an apartment that they're based in.
I would add that whenever we've gone in, traditionally, Idek has repeatedly locked all the locks again.
Yeah, that's true.
So if Rosie
But-
goes in, she's getting locked in with him.
But
But if it's not my dad, or maybe one person goes in with me, and it's more of like a buddy system sort of thing. Not to
I
be
would
alone.
I would say that Rez would make the most sense to go in with
Yes, and Rez, she's the best in a
in a fist fight.
anti-magic field.
Is Rez is your dragon aspect magical?
I'm glad you finished
I-
that word.
Is your dragon
Aspect.
Damn, Red, are you magical?
Dragon
It's been called
ass
that before.
magical.
I mean, the fact that it doesn't shut down or whatever, like Dan's brain seems to, when we go into the magic field, is a
My
good
brain's
sign.
fine. It's the rest of it that's
Alright,
kind
whatever.
of a fucking mess.
You
Feels like
always
it.
get really wobbly when we go in there.
Yeah, the body's a little shaky in there. It's not great.
Fair enough. But yes, I'll go in, fine.
So if that is the plan to send 2 in, yeah, we can do that.
Yep.
So heading to the hideout, heading up the stairs.
Did you want to get
not
like
gonna-
a care package of
Yeah,
razor
I would've
blades and
bought
broken
them, like-
glass and
No. Oh my god.
I do have this small mirror if you'd like, and you could break it if you need to.
There. She would just get him, because if she knows she hasn't shaved, she'd get him like a shaving thing, and then probably food.
Have you ever shaved your father?
No. The fuck? No, that's why would I no? Weird.
it's a natural plane thing, I guess.
What? It's it's very normal.
Is
Perfectly
it?
normal to shave your father.
I don't think it is.
Did you not have a father?
I don't.
Okay, so you're wrong, by the way. Anyways,
I don't know your customs.
maybe get him like a set of clothes and some books and stuff. Just
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll stop at a Walgreens.
It's like nice little care package.
Walgreens is not where you get nice clothes.
Alright, we'll go to CVS.
You can wrap them in the receipt.
Use that to tie him up. Alright.
Okay, so you get your miscellaneous accoutrements before you head up the stairs. Where is the rest of the party going to be before the group heads?
You want to sit out on the street, or do we want to be in the building?
I don't think there's any reason you guys couldn't be downstairs.
Yeah, it could probably be downstairs. I could show them my bag of trinkets.
All right. Well, while you do that, heading in, knocking on the door, takes a little bit. You see a shadow come over the little eyepiece to look through the door, and once again you hear lots of bolts and locks being undone before a final creak of metal as the vault slides open as Ida pulls it open.
Hi, Dad.
Hello, Daughter, and Rez'Veela.
Sorry.
Again.
What brings you here?
I just came to give you a little wholesome care package. And some food.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
I'm sure it's not fun being stuck here.
It's price you pay for the life we live.
Fair enough.
Please come in.
Okay.
And he welcomes you in, and as soon as you guys are both in, he closes the door, starts redoing the locks, and sitting down in his chair.
I think Rez will pay careful attention to how he's doing all the locks up, just to make sure she could undo them in a reasonable amount of time if the need arose.
Okay. Are you wanting to roll for that, or you just want to use your passive?
I guess I'll roll for it.
Is he being specifically secretive?
He's not, but there's just a lot to it. There's a lot of locks and specific ways that he is going about it. It's not just as simple as, like turn one handle and it's locked.
26.
26. Okay. So yeah, it doesn't take you too long, and pretty easily able to look it over. It is complex. There's probably about 12 different locks that he does in this process, and the last one looks more like a rune that he activates, and as that happens, the anti-magic field kind of reestablishes itself.
I see. You're on, Rosie.
I think she'll.
Oh, what's this you've got here?
Well, I know you usually like to shave, so I got you some little shaving cream and thingy, some fresh clothes, and then I brought food too, if you're hungry.
I could eat a bite.
Okay. She'll hand him a plate. Does he have like alcohol or any glasses around?
There are a few alcohol alcohol, spirits and such in the kitchen. You would know from the last time you were here.
Would you want to like a drink?
And now it's too early.
Water?
Water would sounds fine. Actually, no. He pulls up a cup that he's got on the table. I've still got this tea I'm working on.
Knock it over, Rez. Just kidding. Don't say that out loud.
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
I said knock it over, Rez. Smack it out of his hand. It's been poisoned.
Might be suspicious.
Okay, well then I'll go into the. I got steak. That's what I bought. So I have to have a steak knife. So I want to do a glass, but David says "fuck you, Chani." So now it's a steak.
He's got tea, all right. He always has tea or coffee or something.
Okay. So she'll go into like the kitchen area and plate up the food and bring out the knife. And then she will trip trying to hand him the food and accidentally nick him with the knife. Like it just
Performance.
Oh, I'm scared. Oh, I got -1 to this bitch.
Which means it'll be even more catastrophic.
Oh,
You stab him in the heart.
This is the worst.
You just drive the knife right into his heart. It's in that one.
Alright,
Rosie will never recover.
Come over, Doctor.
come here. Be a good dice. Hey Jacob, do you want to blow on my dice for me? Give us some good luck.
Here, just use this one.
He's just trying to blame it on you, Plette.
No, I'm using Rosie's
If
dice.
it's the map dice, you should take it.
No, I am faithful to Rosie's dice. She will be kind to me.
Get wrecked.
19!
Hey,
-1.
An 18.
An 18! That's almost as good as I can do.
Very nice.
There is actually like a little bump in the rug, and she actually does trip.
Alright, so, yeah. Tripping and... What all did you have on the plate then?
There was steak and mashed potatoes, gravy, and green beans.
Damn.
A nice steak dinner.
So it just goes flying along with the cutlery and all the stuff that's in your hands as you expertly try and make it look like an accident. years of being klutzy has now finally paid off. And yeah, you see as the steak knife goes right past his arm and cuts the clothing of his arm as he puts his hand over it, wincing. I don't think in the chaos you would see anything. Rez, you would see a spurt of greenish blue blood right before he clasps his hand over it.
Rez immediately stands up and begins to punch him. The second she sees the color green coming out of him.
I feel like Rosie's like, oh, it's not him.
It's good.
All right, so let's roll some initiative here.
And then I'm just sitting in the lobby with Dan and AAA. Be like, see, this is a stone that always stays cold,
That's fascinating.
isn't it?
Yeah, super cool.
I got it off some dead
It's like
guy.
my best initiative roll ever.
I got a 19.
I also got a 19.
Oh. What's
Very
your
nice.
dex?
+1.
+1 too.
That was very lucky for us then.
He also got a 19, but he's got higher dex than both of you.
Damn it.
Probably more.
Surely he
flirting,
wasn't
right?
expecting an attack though, right?
Yeah, right? He wasn't expecting to get punched in the
Even
face.
Rosie wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, she was like, what? Oh shit, it's happening.
All right, so with that, so here, just if you guys both have the same, literally the same initiative, just both of you roll d6. Whoever's higher, go first out of that.
6.
1.
All right,
This track's a fucking bop.
it's from Cuphead.
It's Cuphead.
It's good shit.
Hey, man. Okay. So I would say, Rez, you did describe that you were going to immediately punch him the second you say that. So I would say that will probably be just the surprise round. Was you more or less ready to fucking go? And then after that, we'll start with a regular initiative. So roll me your hits.
Okay.
Yeah, you even surprised Rosie.
Yeah, exactly. I feel that's the most fair.
First attack. 22.
22. That will hit.
Stunning strike.
All right.
DC 17 con save.
You got a 21.
Okay. I'll do damage after this. Next hit. 23. Stunning strike.
Okay. You will use a legendary resistance.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Someone should open the door.
We don't know. I got another trinket to show you.
I know you do. Dan is none the wiser.
12 plus.
My fucking perception's garbage. There's no way I hear this happening upstairs.
My perception's very good, but I don't. I mean, it's upstairs.
But you'd rather
so-
show me your trinkets.
Total
I mean-
damage from all of that would be 22. Excuse me. So that was for the first 2 hits.
How much green blood is
22
there
damage.
now?
22 damage total from the first 2 hits.
All right.
Then I will use Flurry of Blows. And
You're using what?
Flurry of Blows.
Ah, okay.
So 200 strike is a bonus action. So first one, another 23, stunning strike.
Okay. That is a highest he can roll. Is a 23.
Okay. Next attack, natural one, so that's a miss. He's gonna take 12 damage from that last attack.
Okay.
And I believe that is every possible thing Rez can do on her turn.
Okay. Alright, so I would
Can we
say...
say just as like a flavor thing, when he like reaches up to block one of Rez's attacks, maybe the last one that she missed, he reveals that he's got green blood coming out of his arm or something, just for Rosie's sake.
Out of his nose or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of blood coming out of him now.
Like to block her or something, because you said he reached his hand over to cover it.
Yeah. Yeah, he would... I mean, it would be obvious. He would have a little bit of blood coming out of his nose, and yeah, you would see the cut from where the knife glided across his arm. It's leaking this kind of turquoise, greenish blue blood.
Okay, that's all for me.
And to clarify, Rosie definitely remembers Ida bleeding red, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Are we sure that Rosie doesn't bleed green?
I'll check next.
We have seen Rosie bleeding. She has a massive scar across her chest from where she got gouged by that lava monster.
Right. Yeah, I wasn't there.
I know Dagrim wasn't there, but the rest of us were. Fucking Gary.
Who?
Who?
Oh, I thought my job was going to be easy. And he stands up quickly, and from behind the chair, he pulls out a sheathed sword that he takes out, and he is going to attempt to slash at you, Rez.
Fair.
Since you did just punch a.
It didn't make it to ouchie.
Does a 21 hit?
Yeah, AC's 20, so anything over that gets
Okay. All right. That is going. The first hit will be 30 damage as he slashes across your chest and arm, and you feel some of it is necrotic as it starts to burn at your cut, sort of rotting it away.
Not magical though, right?
Yeah, because if you're in an
If we're in a
anti-magic
magic
field, any
field?
pluses and any magic effects are not viable.
It depends if it's the ability or not. If abilities aren't affected by anti-magic, just like how paladins can smite.
And paladins smite in an anti-magic field?
Oh.
I mean, up until this year.
Yeah, it's a ability essentially.
That's fine. I was just making sure it wasn't the sword doing it.
Yep. Correct. It is not the sword doing it.
Okay.
And then he will roll to hit again. And that is going to be... That will be a 22.
Yep.
Okay. Then... That will be 20 damage.
Okay.
And he is going to strike one more time. I think this one might... You said 21?
AC is 20.
Oh, 20. Okay, yeah, that misses. And he is... What else he would do here? Yeah, I think that's all he's going to do for right now.
Okay.
So that will bring us to you for your next turn.
Back to Rose?
Yep.
Alright, well, I will do Ignite Soul. And then start attacking again.
Okay.
Let me double check which. If there's any abilities that would make sense to use here. At the moment, not really. So I will just make some unarmed strikes here.
Okay.
Oh, 17.
17 will hit.
Oh, okay. Let's try a stunning strike.
All right. Roll for him here. That is 17 total.
17
So
is
if
fail.
is that a?
Or no, sorry, that's a success. Key save DC 17,
Okay.
so that's a success.
I thought that was a success. So
Yeah, I misremembered. Take another attack. Another 17.
That'll hit. Lots of 17s.
Yeah, do another stunning strike.
Okay. Is 18. 15 plus 3.
Okay, that saves. 7
You've got decent con.
That's fine. 21 damage total from both of those attacks.
21.
21 total.
Okay.
And I had used my bonus action to ignite soul, so I think that's everything I can do this turn. I double check. Use attack action on sure. Yeah, okay, so I have to use bonus action. Yeah, okay, so that's my turn.
Okay.
It's Rosie's turn.
Yep. I would say he's going to use a legendary action. And he is going to try and slash again at you, Rez.
Okay.
That is a dirty 20.
30-20 will hit.
Right. That is 18 damage.
That would knock me to 0, but because of my thingy, I stay up at 1.
Okay.
Endurance.
So that will be all of his legendary actions, so that will bring us to you then, Rosie.
Okay. Rosie will get as far away from him as possible. And I have a.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, could I take an attack of opportunity? Or no, sorry, never mind. My brain's elsewhere. Go ahead.
I punch Rosie.
No. I just think of something else. That's all.
Would a red elemental gem work here?
A red elemental gem?
It's a magic item.
So no.
Yeah, I think those are suppressed if it's just a straight up magic item.
Okay. Yep. Rosie will move as far away as possible, and she is going to attack him and ask where her father is. But probably more of yell it at him.
I think this is the part where you guys would definitely start hearing.
Yeah.
Gunshots, like, oh fuck.
Yep. So she will do sharpshooter and attack him.
Dan will begin distributing Tommy guns.
I have my glaive.
AAA, you want a Tommy gun?
I'm sorry, my brain is.
Gonna do to him what they did to you.
Would a Tommy gun be better than Elder's Blast or no?
You
It's
can't
an
Eldritch
anti-magic
Blast.
room.
Oh,
Alright.
okay, yeah, the Tommy gun.
Rosie got a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Going to roll initiative
30.
now or initiative later?
Yeah, so well, we're not there yet. Go ahead, Rosie.
31 damage
31.
on
Okay.
the first one.
Yep.
Second one's a 18 to hit.
That will hit.
So the next one's 35 damage.
Okay.
And she is going to action surge.
Ooh. Very nice.
She's mad.
This is the time to do it.
Understandably.
She is mad AF. Okay, I'm gonna use lucky on that one. Okay. 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Ooh, this is gonna be good damage. Oh. 36. And then she will attack again. 17 plus 7 is 24, I think.
That'll hit.
And that is 37 damage.
You said, okay. Another solid flurry of blows as you make Swiss cheese out of this guy.
How does
Just popping
he
a bunch of holes into him. Definitely not as good as he looked prior. He's got a lot of green blood dripping off of him.
I hope it looks worse. We just did like 150
Thank
damage to him.
Yeah,
Fucking
exactly.
That's why I was
he's looking not so great.
like, please tell me he's close to death.
With that said, he is going to use his legendary action at the end of your turn. And he is seeing that you are not doing so hot, Rez. He is going to try and finish you off, and he is going to make another attack.
He is going to finish me off if he hits.
That is a 25 to hit.
Rez is down.
Right.
He could kill me if he can deal 67 damage in this hit, but I doubt he can.
Well, he has 2 attacks next turn.
Well, no, you have to be in one hit. Although he could knock me off of a death save.
Death saves. Yeah.
It's up to him.
There's one rat dealt with. And you see him on his turn. He is going to hop over to make things a little more interesting. And you see him as he twists the symbol, disabling the anti-magic field.
Should we?
And you will see this is at the start of initiative, so we'll do initiative after this real quick, because the door is still locked for what it's worth. He just disabled the anti-magic.
Mhm.
He is, as the anti-magic fades, you see a
Oh, I'm scared.
dark blue flame burst from this sword as he starts running over to you. And he is gonna slash at you.
I couldn't get 30 feet away from him, right?
I mean, it is
His apartment ain't that big. It's a hidey house.
Damn it. Okay. Please continue.
It's the living room, the kitchen, and a bed. There
Is
ain't
this
much.
turn at the
Where's
beginning
the
or the end of
bathroom?
initiative?
This is at the beginning of the initiative.
Oh. Should we not roll to
Get in.
initiative?
Yeah, because he's already taken his
Yeah,
turn.
that does make sense. So yeah, let's do that, because he just took his last legendary action on after Rosie's turn. So yeah, let's do initiative.
I'm gonna
All the
use
other
my-
stuff will still happen.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Oh, I have advantage on this. Sick.
I will give
24.
AAA advantage on his as well.
Oh, thank you. I got 19.
Oh, fuck, wait, hang on. 30.
I got a 19.
You guys all got 19s. You, Rez, and Rosie, and my
Just rolled a
guy
19.
here. God Gosh darn it. All right. What's your dex?
Mine's -1.
All right. You're after all three of these guys.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we
No, I
hear
did
you.
not hear you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you
I
said
got a
most of you
19. My dex is +3.
Okay. Let's see. So you would be ahead of him then.
How do we all get 19?
Right?
I
This
don't
is weird.
And it was post ads. So, like, Clark rolled a
5
16.
19s
I
is
rolled a
pretty
20.
crazy.
Dan, what was yours again?
30.
30. Okay. All right. Well, Dan's definitely going.
I mean,
first
we
then.
were he was waiting for it.
You know, we'll just roll to keep things simple.
Dagrim's showing us baubles, and I'm just like, yeah, that's super cool. He's just staring at the ceiling, waiting.
Here, bang.
So yeah, just to keep things thematic and fitting, we'll just say all of what he just did, turning off the anti-magic and all that, was part of his legendary action at the end of the last round. So yeah, the anti-magic field is down. You guys would not know that, but yes, the room is just above. Dan, you were first in initiative order.
So no indication that the anti-magic is down?
You would not immediately have anything like that, yes.
Okay.
If Rosie saw him doing that, she'd be like, He turned on magic! Could she not yell that?
I'd say that could be a free action, yeah.
He's
And she's
turning it
just
off.
like, oh god, sword.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm gonna grab a hold of whoever's next to me. Hi, Dagrim. And I'm gonna be yelling up to Rosie, how'd he do it? And casting Dimension Door.
There's a switch!
And we'll just appear in the room. Is it this one?
Oh, does he turn it back off?
Sure. Does it require anything beyond just flipping the switch?
It's a rune.
Yeah, it's a rune for the anti-magic.
Oh.
So it probably requires some sort of knowledge of the rune.
Could
I
I?
would need to know how the rune works.
It's not like a
Could
light
I?
switch.
I got a +8 Arcana. Can I make sense of this rune? Try and turn it back on?
Sure, give me an Arcana.
Okay. I can use my stupid
Wait,
ring.
do you
to...
want to turn off or turn on the anti-magic field? Because I can't heal Rez.
Well, for his turn.
Dan just holds his reaction to turn magic on and off.
All right, you're dying.
Okay, well, I used one of my Fuzzle's wits, and I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not super complex. You would probably be able to essentially, turn it on and turn it off, but despite knowing how it works, it does still take time. You would approximate, for out-of-game reference, it would take you a full turn to turn it off or on.
But he did this part of a legendary action.
Because he's a
Legendary.
legendary guy.
God damn it. Alright. Well,
Also, he knows how to do it very quickly.
I leveled the Tommy gun at him. Drop it, bucko. Buddy.
Those go over my head.
Roll an
I'm not
intimidation.
scared.
Drop it,
Dropped
bimbo.
Intimidation.
Yeah.
I got a 15.
I don't think he's going to be very
I don't
intimidated.
He's intimidated.
I'm shaking in my boots.
Squeezed it. That's
Okay.
my turn. I don't got anything else.
All right. So that will bring us to AAA then. Which, Dan, who did you all bring in the room?
I brought
This
Dagrim.
dagger.
You brought the cleric.
The guy last in the
So AAA, you know where to go.
You got to get
Is
through
magic
a vault.
Good
What's
luck,
that?
Triple A.
Is magic back on now?
Yes.
It is
Magic
back
is
on. Yes.
Back on.
He's
So
like
you're-
5 feet directly in front of the spot I was just sitting in. Shoot up.
Do I hear this?
Yeah, I mean, you'd be able to hear this.
Okay, I'd shoot where he told me to shoot.
Okay.
Just up through the fucking floor of this guy.
Right into Rez's skull.
I'd say,
You just see the blood spray. He's like, oh.
You got
oh, that ain't
something.
good.
Did
I'd
I
say-
get him?
A little
You are
left.
able to get this information, but I would still say you're going to be shooting at disadvantage because you have no idea where it actually is realistically. You're just going off
Okay,
of this.
what's the bonus of a Tommy gun?
I
Spray and pray.
believe. What's that?
Spray and pray.
I don't think spray and pray would be very good with all of us in the room.
Yeah, no, please don't do that.
I believe.
It's Dex, so
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be a +6. Okay, so that would be with disadvantage.
Yes.
That would be a 17 to hit.
17. That meets it. So
Wow.
and they do a D12.
What's the deal? A D12. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
And then plus my dex.
What's your dex?
Or,
Yep.
Okay, so +3. So that is 11 damage.
11 damage. Okay. And yeah, you see bullet fly from the ceiling or fly from the floor and strike him in the thigh as more blood starts to ooze out of it. You got buggers everywhere, don't you?
Since he is, or since I just blew a hole in the floor, am I able to use a teleport to go to that area?
Can it, or is it a bonus action?
Yeah.
It's a Cape of Mount Box.
Oh,
Oh. I thought
I
you
think
could
that's
Misty
an
Step.
action.
You could
Oh,
Misty
no,
Step.
that is a match.
You could
Yeah.
Misty Step if there's a big enough hole, but
You have
As
to
long as you
see.
can see through it.
yeah.
Yeah,
I do have a Skull of Misty Step, which is free use of Misty Step.
true. And
Would
that
that
is a
also be
bonus
an
action.
action?
No, that's a bonus.
Okay, can I use the Skull of Misty Step to go through the hole and into the room?
Yeah, I'd say you're able to after the dust of the shot clears briefly, you see a big enough window. You whip out the scroll, mutter the incantation, and a misty, silvery thing of magic comes in through the hole, and AAA pops out.
Nice.
Convenient. Now who's the guy gonna go for?
Not Rosie, of course not.
Fucking.
Where is everyone located in the room, by the way?
Rosie's behind like a kitchen counter, like
So I'm standing next to Dan.
watch me.
AAA's on his own. Rez is on the floor next to the dude.
I'm next
You guys
to
are pretty much all in the living room right now,
I'm like-
except
Except
for
for
Rosie.
Rosie.
unconscious next to his lazy boy.
Yeah.
You're like slumped over the ottoman.
He won't remember that I just did 150 damage to him, right?
Oh, he's looking at you. And yeah, he is going to run over at you, Rosie, and he is going to slash it. What?
Question.
What?
Does he walk within 10 feet of me? I have my
he was pretty
glaive.
much right next to
Teleport
Rez.
to.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
That's a
is,
Dan
like,
question.
Yeah. So, like, is he going to have to pass within a 10-foot
I mean, I would have teleported
diameter?
basically straight up from where we were sitting into the apartment.
Because
That's
if
going to
he
be pretty
does,
close to the entrance, for what it's worth.
Oh, is
You
it?
You were
Oh.
able to get pretty much right near the lock as well.
Oh, well, if that's next to the entrance, then I would have wanted to be where the action was. I would have teleported into the middle of the
I
living
mean,
room,
the
probably.
entrance is the living room. It's a small room.
Well, okay.
So
is he leaving a 10-foot radius from around me?
I would say He would still be within 10 feet.
When he gets to Rosie.
Yes.
I don't like that, but okay.
This room is not big. So,
Well,
he is going to slash.
Oh, as a reaction, I'm gonna cast shield on myself.
Alright.
You can wait until after the roll is determined.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can wait to see if it hits first.
Oh, okay. I'll wait then. I didn't know that. I didn't know if I waited if that would be like
Yeah, it says
maybe or
if-
something.
like
Yeah.
when you would
That
be
is
hit.
a 27 to hit for the first hit.
Oh, that won't do shit.
Silver barbs.
Motherfucker. Alright. Let me roll again. I got the same roll, 27.
God damn it.
I got the same number in a roll.
All right.
Silver barbs.
Ah. Alright, rolling a third time now, will I?
Holy shit. That was beautiful.
Alright. That was funny, but that is going to be higher. That is a 30.
Damn it.
He's got good rolls.
Now, David,
Yes.
is he within 5 feet of me?
I would argue yes.
Then I will use my reaction to make a melee weapon attack against him. But you can keep doing your thing.
Alright. I swear, if you said silvery barbs or some kind of cleric version of that.
Reaction on this turn.
All right. I guess Rosie's just gonna
I missed.
take it.
Eat
I
some
missed my
shit.
attack. I got a 12.
That is lower than 17.
Oh wait. Bean's in here. Bean's here,
Alright.
right?
Is Bean
Doesn't-
here?
Yeah.
Would he
Bean
Bean's
be?
survive an anti-magic field?
Well, he's not. We're not in anti-magic. He was probably outside the door.
But would he have been able to get in?
Yeah, he couldn't get in then.
Yeah.
Oh,
'cause it's a
damn it.
vault. You guys got in here through magic.
Just hear scratching at the door.
That
It's
door's
like
gonna be fucked.
I hear gunshots. I want to play.
All right.
So, first
Do your
hit.
worst.
Now, you shouldn't ask that. So now that this weapon has all of its magical goodness back, that is going to be 34 damage for the first hit.
Is any of that necrotic?
10 of it is necrotic, and the rest is fire.
There's no slashing or
I-
piercing?
Will absorb elements then. 'Cause fuck you, David.
On which?
Fire, obviously.
Did you shield or no?
She didn't
No.
shield because it wouldn't
It
have made a
wouldn't have done
difference.
anything.
Okay. So I was gonna say then you lost your reaction, but yeah, you're good.
But the spell. How does this work?
So, spell captures some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect on you and storing it for the next melee attack. You have resistance to the triggering damage type until the start of your next turn. Also, the first time you're hit with a melee attack on your next turn, the target takes an extra d6 of the triggering type, and the spell ends.
Okay, so does that mean I take half damage from the fire
Yeah.
then?
Yes, you would take half from the fire. So
For the
that
rest
would
of
be,
this turn.
yeah. So that'd be 12 fire and then 10 necrotic, so 22.
Bought you a little
Right.
bit.
I mean, that's not nothing. All right. And the second hit. That is 30. To
Yeah.
hit.
Duh.
With magic back, his plus for hitting is a lot better too.
Oh, Clark, we need to give advantage to people.
Don't give it to
What do
me.
you mean?
For silvery barbs.
Yeah, for silvery barbs.
Oh, I'll give it to
Speaking.
Rez.
Rest is
Rez is
I'm literally
dead.
unconscious. Honestly, if you guys had given it to Dagrim, he would have had advantage on his opportunity attack.
And then
technically.
Rosie goes next
I
in
thought he just said don't know, Joe.
initiative.
He said
I
that.
would- I would say don't give it to me. I'm not going to do anything.
I'll give mine to AAA then.
And you can give yours to.
I'll give mine to Dan.
Okay.
You don't want to give Rosie advantage?
We still think Barb's the boss. We high five each other like, yeah, fuck you, boss. And he rolls 2 30s. It's like,
Two
oh.
mages are jerking each other off over here.
Did you say that you're unconscious or conscious?
Unconscious.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, Rez's outie.
I can get her conscious in return. I just didn't know.
That's fine. I'm
I
not
can
too
do
worried
it.
about it.
I was just hoping somebody would give me advantage because I'm going to be at disadvantage now because he's right on top of me.
Just
So-
hit him with a melee attack.
I don't have any melee shit. But anyways, please continue damaging me, DM. And
You're gonna be dead anyways.
yeah, clearly.
Okay. So with that,
I was just trying
So
to
the-
get this guy initiative.
the second hit will be 30 minus the fire, so you will take 20 in total. 10 necrotic, 10 fire. That's counting the resistance. And then he will strike a third time.
Oh, I'm fucking dead then.
That will be 27 to hit.
Yep.
That is same damage. That is 27 damage, so 17 of it is fire, and 10 of it is necrotic. So halved, that would be 8 fire damage, so 18 damage in total.
I'm alive. Barely.
Alright, so that will bring us to next in the order.
Rez?
That will be Rez. Give me a roll.
Ooh. Fail.
Alright. Then that will bring us to Rosie.
Well, I guess I'm gonna... I will first use my bonus action to do second wind. Though
Okay.
I don't know if it's worth it.
It's a D10 plus your fighter level, if I recall correctly.
So I got 9 health, so I'm at 18.
Hell yeah. That's enough to not survive another attack.
Yeah, I didn't do anything to help. And then I will now roll with disadvantage.
Alright.
Oh, great, my first one was a 20. I'm mad.
Lucky?
No, my first. Well, it's fine. I'll still hit though. It's 15 plus 7. So. 3.
Shield.
Oh.
Magic's back on.
Fuck this guy.
Wait, that does
Don't-
still hit.
What?
17 plus 5?
It's 22.
22.
She rolled
Yeah,
15
that would
plus
still
7.
hit
It's
if his
22.
DC is
Oh,
22.
plus 7.
Yeah,
That's
plus
right.
7.
I just
Yeah.
did math bad. He doesn't shield.
Like,
Why would he do it if it still hits?
Is the logic.
Okay, so
Don't let
give
this
me
guy
some
get
damage.
away, please.
36 damage.
36. Okay.
It's my one request to the party.
What were you saying?
I
Oh.
rolled another 17 plus 7.
Okay, so that'll hit as well.
Ah, goodness. Oh,
Okay, give me another hit. Or give me some damage, I should say.
34.
34. Okay.
Is that with sharpshooter?
He is definitely looking rough. And at that, after you struck him, he is going to point a finger at you as you are going to erupt in flames as he hellish rebukes you.
Good thing she has resistance to fire.
Yep, thank God.
So
nobody's casting
give
it.
me Dex save.
A deck save.
Yes.
I'm gonna use lucky just to see if I can get a higher one than that. 14
That
My
does
second
not
roll.
succeed.
was a 1.
Oof. That does not succeed, so you're going to take some damage. Let's see.
I feel like maybe we should have taken a long rest before we came to fight this guy.
I got all my spell slots.
I don't.
It's not like you're gonna fireball in here.
I mean, he's very close to death.
I get lightning bolt though.
That was also extremely dangerous in a small room. Rosie's between or on the other side of him.
I literally just pivot to the side, and then she's not in the line.
So you are going to take 38 fire damage.
Oh, I'm dead.
38?
So divided by 2 would be
Holy shit.
19, 20? Yeah, 19.
Wow, I was literally 1 away from staying alive.
Oh,
All right, Rosie's down.
38 off a Hellish Rebuke?
yes, I really upcast that shit.
Jesus.
I think he really wanted Rosie dead.
And to add to that, you're going to see as the flames knock her down, you see the flames almost retract into him as some of his wounds lessen.
A vampiric flaming necrotic sword.
Not the sword. This is him. This is him casting Hellish Rebuke. But he does have a flaming sword.
Fucking cheats.
The flaming
God.
poisoning sword of doom.
He heals.
It does everything.
I call
Yeah.
hacks.
Yeah.
I call it. You guys are messing with someone who is very powerful.
We didn't know that.
Someone may be in. Anyways, I'll deal with that later. We'll just go to Dagrim because it is your turn.
Let's see. How many of those cigars I got?
How much better healed does he look now compared to where he did a second ago after Rosie shot him? Is he looking substantially healthier, or is he still kind of hanging on?
He's definitely still looking rough, but his condition has improved. Some of the bullet holes have covered up, but he still looks like Swiss cheese. I'll put it that way.
Rez goes after him.
Yeah. I go right after Ida.
Okay. So I could do a big heal, or I could do a small heal and do something else.
We got 2 people down.
Mm-hmm. I can only heal 1 on this turn, unless I'd use a cigar on. Oh, I could do that. Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll use.
I can heal 1 on my turn.
Will it use your action?
No, it's a scroll.
Oh. Well, that could
A
still be an
scroll of
action.
what?
Yeah, scroll of what?
Spare the
Yes.
dying.
I believe it's scroll of healing word.
Oh, okay. Then that would be a bonus.
That'd be a bonus.
All right. Well, I will. Healing word, Rez,
Thank
and
you.
then I will run up behind this guy with my scythe and light.
The old
Yeah.
back slice.
That'll be a 20.
That'll hit.
How much do I heal?
Okay. Oh, right. Sorry, I gotta roll that. What was it? Is healing word 2d4 or
Just
1d4?
healed you. It's level
One.
Whatever
1d4.
level you casted it.
Just the level 1. Doesn't really matter. I need to save spell slots for bigger heals. You'll get. Let's see here. It's plus my. I haven't cast healing word in a while.
Wisdom.
Yeah, that would be +5, so it'd be 7. So 20 to hit with the sickle or the scythe. That would be this. Oh wow. That's 6 damage, and then I will activate Don John's Sundering Sphere. So he needs to make a Charisma saving throw.
Charisma. Well, that's one of the things he's really good at. That is a 25.
Yeah, he succeeds. Okay, that is my turn.
Okay. And I think he is going to use his legendary action.
To kill Rez again. Just keep.
He ran over to Rosie though.
Yeah, I'm imagining that I am.
He would
He's
take
in the
some attacks
kitchen.
of opportunity. Well, I guess he wouldn't get one from Dan, but
I assume that I am standing in an imposing way between him and the rest of the party.
Yeah.
Besides Rosie, who's on the other side of him.
He is. Let's
Dan, you
see.
should vortex warp Rosie away from him.
If it didn't take my whole action to do that, I'd be tempted to.
you're gonna be up before the next turn. Oh, but I guess
I know.
you'll just go back down. Yeah.
I think
Yeah, he'll
Dagrim,
he'll be
you
down again.
are. Let's see. It's on here.
I guess strategically, does it make more sense to vortex warp Rosie and get her on her feet, or turn off the magic? Because that sword is doing a lot of fucking work.
He is going to look at you, Dagrim, and you're going to feel a curse latch hold too, as he curses you with Hexblade.
What does that do?
He gets benefits, and that's more or less it.
Is that like a legendary action then?
I think
That's-
it's like
that is his
Warlock
legendary
Hex.
Yeah, it's a Warlock Hex, basically.
If it's Hexblade's curse, he's gonna crit on 19s now.
Oh. I can't be crit, so that's okay.
He doesn't know that, though. So that was his legendary action. So that'll bring us to the top of the order then with Dan.
Okay, should I get Rosie up, or should I turn off the magic?
We can't
Wait.
heal if the magic's off.
Yeah, we should.
I think we should
We
leave
should-
it off.
Yeah, we should leave it. We should leave the
Sorry, if
anti-magic
the magic
field
is
off.
on, we can heal. If it's off, we can't. Yeah, so we should leave it off.
Okay, but he goes next to the initiative order, right?
He is
A
after,
No.
Dan.
or
Triple
Triple A
A
is
does.
after Dan.
Okay. I mean, I'll vortex warp Rosie then.
You don't have
And-
to. I was just.
Well, I was. The question was, do I turn off the magic or do I do something else with my turn? And I don't think I have enough damage on my turn with any of my shit. So I'd rather get Rosie up if we're going to keep the magic on. So I will vortex warp her and then I will pop a cigar in her mouth.
That's fair, because then Triple A can do Eldritch
Question.
Blasting.
What, David?
Let's see.
I think he's trying to stop this.
Right, counterspell.
I think he's going to try and counterspell that.
Well, I can't stop him.
Oh shit.
Is Vortex Warp a...
It's second level.
Second.
Oh, so insta counters.
Cool. Well, I got fuck all to do on my turn then. Go.
Well, all
You
right.
just-
Wait, you don't have a bonus
give her the
action?
cigar anyway.
Ow.
Oh, he'd have to go over to her.
Yeah, I can't go
then
over
she'd be
there.
up.
And then he's just gonna fucking legendary reaction attack her.
No. You wouldn't do
Yes.
that.
Yes,
No.
he is 100% going to.
Yes, he would immediately
down.
turn around and slap Rosie, and then fucking just lay into you.
Yeah, so I don't think there's any point of reviving Rosie unless he keeps away from her.
Yeah, I don't have anything I can do, so.
Then
My turn.
Looks like it.
I just have a question so I can plan out my turn probably. So I have the I have the scroll of healing word, right?
Yeah.
But I also have my meta magic quicken spell. Am I able to use those two in the same turn, or would that not be possible? I was confused on how that worked.
You can cast one leveled spell a turn. So you could still do cantrips with quickening if you did it that way.
But he wouldn't need to because it's a bonus action healing word scroll.
So that's what I'm saying. Can I do the healing word scroll and an Eldritch Blast quickened, so that they're both, or so that there's two Eldritch Blasts?
That would be 2 bonus actions. You would just
There
need,
you go.
you would just healing word and then regular Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
So that was what I was trying to double check, was if that was possible. Since it's not, now I know how to do my turn.
Well, you still can do both. It's just the Eldritch Blast is your normal action, and then the scroll is your bonus action.
Yeah.
You know, I was just wondering about the quicken thing. So since it's not possible, quicken
Doesn't seem relevant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use the scroll on Rez to heal her.
Rez is up, dude.
Oh, I thought
Rosie
Rez
that's
was
not
down.
up. Rosie, not Rez.
Oh.
Rosie
When
is the
did
one
Rez
who
go
is down.
I thought I just confirmed Rez was down like the turn ago.
No,
Yeah,
I
and then
healed
she
her.
got healed. She got better.
That was between the cleric's turn and now.
Okay, so if we're not resing Rosie because she's just going to go back down again, then I just do the Eldritch Blast quicken, right?
You could just lay down 4 Eldritch Blasts.
Yeah, go for it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
I
going to use the
would
healing
go for
word because I thought Rez was down still.
If you can knock this guy out, all the better. So go for it.
Okay, so I'm gonna quicken Eldritch Blast. So I'm gonna be doing 4 Eldritch Blasts. Is it 4? What level?
You get 4 attacks, yeah.
Well, you get 4 beams.
4 beams of Eldritch Blast, yeah. But you have to roll for each of them.
Okay, so
I really
and
wish
what's my
that Sundering Sphere would have worked.
plus 10. Okay, so that is 21 to hit for the first one,
That will hit.
or 27 to hit for the second one,
That will hit.
22 to hit for the third one,
That'll hit.
and 21 to hit for the fourth one.
24, you said?
21.
Or 20. That'll hit.
And then, so that is 1d10 plus 5 for each of them. So it's 8, 2, 4, 2. So that's 16 plus 20, so 36 damage.
36 altogether.
36 altogether again.
Okay. Okay. So more blasts strike him, smoke billowing out, and leaves him still standing, but he is looking about as rough as he was before he healed. He is not looking good.
Good.
And I believe after that, going to be his turn. So, given that he cursed you, Dan, or not Dan, Dagrim, both D's, before he strikes, you're going to see him grow a kind of a red orb in his free hand as he tosses at the ground right next to Rosie. And he tosses another one near himself as he kind of splits it into two.
Okay.
And the holes, as they land, they start to slowly grow in size. But he does not seem immediately concerned about that as he goes to slash you, Dagrim.
Was that one of his actions?
That was his bonus action.
Great.
So that's... Yeah. Well, that would be a crit.
Yeah.
What's that?
As a warlock, would I be able to determine what that spell was?
Give me an Arcana, sure.
Let's see. Arcana. So it's a 22.
I would say you're not 100%, but it looks like some sort of teleportation magic. But you're not 100% sure. Because you're not familiar with this patron, I would say. But you're pretty sure it looks like teleportation magic of some sort.
Thank you.
So that is gonna... Let's see. So it is counted as a crit, so that does mean it hits, but it's not going to crit you, is what that sounds like.
Because I cannot be crit in adamantine
Yes.
armor.
Correct. And let's see.
What's your AC, Dagrim?
20.
Or would that miss?
Why? What did you
'Cause-
roll?
He rolled a 19, but on a 19 it's considered a crit.
Well, it's
For
19
his
plus-
curse.
Yeah,
plus
it's 19 plus
John
whatever.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So,
I'll be spiteful. I'll sorry barbs him. I don't fucking care. Fuck you.
alright. Reroll. God damn it, that misses.
Good.
Alright, next hit.
Rez gets
Wait.
advantage on their next attack.
Okay.
Wait.
That is a 23 to hit.
I'll shield.
Damn it! Alright, so then he will roll to hit one more time. Alright, that's a good hit. That is a 32 to hit.
It's got a plus 14. Yeah,
Jesus.
Got a good boost.
at least a plus 14.
I mean, that's what Barnaby has.
He's level 10.
That's
Well,
Barnaby's
horrifying.
level 12.
So that is going to be some damage.
By the way, I'm resistant to necrotic.
Alright, so you'll take 5 less of this then. So that'll be... It's 31 minus... Or 10 of it is necrotic, the rest of it is fire, so you take 5, so you take 26 then.
Right.
And that is all 3 of his attacks, as he is going to move away from you partially over the red circle.
Hmm.
Is there a red circle under Rosie?
Yes.
It is slowly growing. It's got about half of you, but you're on your side right now. Like you're like laying flat. It's got about half of you. You haven't fallen in yet.
Got it. Okay.
So that will bring us to Rez.
Okay. Guess I'll stand back up. I'm not sure I'm picturing these circles properly. It's just like a hole on the floor.
Kind of like this growing red hole that is slowly expanding, but it seems solid as this guy is standing over it.
What's
It's more of a
in
disc.
the hole? It's like
Yeah.
a destructo disc.
Kind of, but it's just growing on the ground.
I could.
This guy's weak right now.
I should just punch.
I think so.
We just need to knock his ass out.
Because that teleportation spell might be a destructo, or it might be a spell, and he might lose concentration.
Sounded like an item. Although we could.
He said it was his
turn off
bonus
magic again
action.
on Dan's turn.
Yeah, we could.
Which might
Everyone
stop
is
it.
almost everyone's up. I can get Rosie up.
Well, I'll.
Is he still standing next to Rosie?
He did step away briefly from Dagrim and Rosie to stand over the circle that he dropped down for him.
Got it.
Okay. Well, let's just start. I'll run over to him and just do some attacks. Start things off.
Okay.
I have advantage on this one. Ooh, nat 20.
Hey.
Okay. I'll do the damage on this first, just in case it's relevant.
Is he wearing adamantine armor?
No, I wish.
That's not amazing.
Oh, and you have advantage, remember. Oh, you quit
that's how I got
anyway.
the nat 20.
Okay, yeah.
That's it's not a great advantage roll. 15 damage total on that.
15 damage total.
Yeah. Not my greatest dice rolls. Next attack. 18?
That'll hit.
Okay. Good, we got you on the crit. 13 damage on that one.
Okay.
I would stunning strike, but he's got 2 more legendary resistances anyway, so.
Actually, he has used 2. You know that much.
He has used 2. I only had him marked as 1. There was one where we thought he was going to use it, and then he made the save.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
So as far as I know, he's only got 1 used.
Yep.
By the way, Rez, do you need a healing cigar?
I mean, I've got healing cigars. I could take my healing cigar right now and be up, which might be valuable. Because I don't think an extra, whatever, 20-ish damage I do in this turn is going to knock him out.
I can heal the shit out of you.
Might be worth it, honestly.
Yeah, I can heal the shit out of you.
Low.
Don't waste a consumable when I got ways to heal. I
Yeah, the
removed my
difference is
prep
that
as
I
well.
can do it right now.
I would say deal the damage.
Okay. 24.
That'll hit.
10 damage. 23.
Wait, what was the 3?
23.
Oh, 23. Okay. Okay.
10 on the first, and another 10. So 20 damage.
Good call.
Okay. How do you want to do it?
Yeah, there we
Good
go.
call, Dan. Boy, I think Rez not happy with this guy. I think she's going to just give him some straight boxer shit, and then with the last hook, it just knocks him clean into the wall across the room. Just off of this little teleportation circle he's standing on.
Like a head through the plaster.
Yeah.
Very nice. Give him a good solid 1-2, and then just a final right hook, just square right into the wall.
Mm-hmm. Specifically off of his little teleportation circle.
Yeah, I think that's doable. Because interestingly enough, you probably would have caught it with your perception as you sent him flying. The moment he loses consciousness, you could have sworn his feet just lifted, like they were almost starting to fall into the hole. But you knocked him off of it, and now he lies on the floor, dead.
And immediately go drag Rosie if we're out of turn order.
Yeah, we are out of turn
Seems
order.
like she's at
Right.
risk of falling in.
And yeah, as you go to get Rosie, her arm is dangling in this circle.
What is in the hole? Is
So
it lit?
yes, it is lit.
Right.
No, it's pretty lit.
trying to re-describe it, it is this red, essentially disc that, looking down, now that you can see and peer down it directly, you see and hear. Essentially, once you put your head like over it to look down it, you hear screams of people in pain coming from within this. And you feel a blast of warmth rising up.
Can I make some sort of check as an extraplanar being to know what kind of plane this is?
Can I quickly flick the anti-magic shield off and on? Just...
It could be the elemental plane of fire.
I would say as you glance and Dan quickly fiddles with the anti-magic to disable it, the glimpse that you get in there, you would not think it's an elemental plane. This doesn't sound like an elemental plane. Usually there's not a lot of screaming in an elemental plane. Give me a... feel like Arcana would probably be the best.
All right.
Woo, we like
Actually,
fire.
that or religion, whichever you feel.
I got 26, nat 20.
26. Well done. All right. Fine. So on a 26, you would at the very least recognize this as demonic in nature. It seems like some kind of portal to a demonic realm. Which demonic realm you would not know.
Wow, demons, huh? Fancy that.
All right, and then I will just healing word Rosie.
Okay. And yeah, Dan, as you flip the switch, these portals just blip out of existence.
Rosie, you get 8 hit points.
Is there any remnant of what was making the portals? Is it like a little magic item, or was it usable? Okay, there's nothing.
And as you look over at the dying, or the dead man, I should say, you are starting to see his fingers and extremities start to turn to ash.
Oh, revive him because he'll go get sent back to hell.
Wait,
You want
is
me
he
to
dead?
revivify?
If we gag him and tie him up, we can question him.
Yeah, is he
Is he dead or dying?
I just knocked him to 0 hit points, presumably. I mean, it was not non-fatal, but he would have had to make 3 saves. At least.
Theoretically.
Unless someone willed him dead from another plane.
Well,
That's
I
just
stand by my original statement that his fingers and extremities are starting to turn into ash.
Someone do something.
So take that with what you will.
I can't do shit about that.
I'm going to grab his sword.
Can I spare the dying?
Let's start there. Let's spare the dying dude.
Let's see.
I take his sword first. I don't want that to go away. That did really good.
Yeah, fair. And yeah, you see the sword stuck to the floor as it's starting to burn at the floor. This dark blue flame. And yeah, you would be able to pick it up as far as that goes. To answer your question, Rosie, yes, you would be able to cast Spare the Dying, and as soon as you do, the extremities, so to say, slowly stop.
She'll go ahead and just tie him up then, and then gag him.
Blindfold too.
Yeah, I'm blindfold.
I'm glad
Dan's
that worked because I was
fucking
going
with
to
the
chop off his head.
telephone. Does the phone here work?
It's worked before.
Can I call the warehouse? Or not the warehouse, the laundromat now.
Did you get the laundromat number?
Listen, smartass.
Yeah, you could do that.
I want to call the laundromat. And,
555-5555.
That was the warehouse's number. Weird.
Really consistent.
Same for each
It's
number.
how you put it into the phone that matters.
Yeah, exactly. The speed at each number.
Mhm.
There's a cadence.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. You would hear the telephone get picked up. I'm sorry, the laundromat is closed.
It's Dan.
Oh, hello, sweetie. How are you doing?
Hey, Birdie. Listen, could you send the kids over with the car to Idek's place? And could you let the
The actual
Don
place is getting picked for bombs or
Do what?
bugs.
do what?
The safe house.
Oh, that place. Okay, dearie.
Yeah. Send the car. Tell the Don that we found a mole.
Oh, do you have any poison for it? I know a good way to get rid of moles.
No, tell the Don we're coming.
We don't know where he is.
They have that casino.
Doesn't mean he's there, but I guess we could go there.
Well,
Better than nothing.
I'm not taking it back to the laundromat. We can't do shit.
Must
with
be a
it.
pretty bad mole infestation.
Goodbye, Birdie.
There's always a helpful.
While we're waiting, I would like to cast Aura of Vitality to do some healing.
Okay.
Who needs hit points?
Me
I-
ouchie.
Meowchi too.
I get 10 2d6s to heal.
I mean, I don't think you're gonna get both of us up to max.
Let's see here. We
Or
got
just a man letting no hit points down.
okay. Oh wow, I'm rolling doubles. I rolled doubles 3 times in a row.
Nice. Been having a lot of weird dice rolls.
I'll just go with Rez first. So we got 34.
Just give me the first 5, and then give Rose the other 5.
Okay. 47 for Rez.
47. Okay,
I rolled really good.
that is really good. 54.
And then 36 for Rosie.
Well, while we're sitting here, I want to get a clean look at this guy's face. Changeling
Yeah.
or doppelganger or something else.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
what's
yeah,
up
I
with this guy.
would say as you spare the dying and kind of flip him over to get him tied up, you see Idek's face kind of shift and contort as it pales and loses its color until it's just a grayish white, and the facial features on the face immediately start to vanish as more or less just becomes some slits for the nose, very simple eyes, and just kind of what looks like a cut in this face for its mouth.
Ugh.
Rosie's gonna have some fucked up dreams after this.
Yeah, she is.
Her father standing over her.
Does this look like a
Slicing on the
changeling?
Based on the description that the beholder gave you, this looks pretty much like a changeling. Yeah.
Oh, they're
Disgusting.
very
How
creepy in
gross.
this universe.
Yep.
Ugh.
No, I think in all universes they look about like this.
Nah, that doesn't sound right.
Incorrect.
This is the foulest creature imaginable.
And the saber.
So as for the sword,
I hand it over to Dan. Be like, hey, what's this?
I'll identify it.
Check for curses.
That doesn't check curses.
Oh. Well, we'll see what happens then.
Yeah, have
It's
remove curse
probably
ready.
cursed.
I don't have a remove curse ready. We'll put it in a bag just in case. But yeah, what's it look like?
Okay, so looking at the sword, like I kind of said, it is just this long. It's a long sword that has this blue flame just kind of pouring out of the blade itself. But you're going to cast Identify on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you would see this as you do Identify, you would see this as something that you have read about. Just because Identify is going to give you the name, and that would kind of ring the bell to Identify would tell you that this is a Nightblade, specifically a inverse of the Sunblade,
Mm,
It's like a dark saber.
basically.
Badass.
interesting.
Is it good?
Well, I know what it is, but I don't know if it's cursed.
What's its damage dice, Dan?
Assuming it's the inverse of a Sunblade, probably
Yeah,
2d8 if I had to guess.
Basically, it can either be 2d8 or 1d12 is the one difference. If you dual wield it, or if you wield it with two hands, that's what I meant by dual wield.
So it does less damage if you two wield it.
If you dual wield it, you get additional fire damage.
If you two-hand it.
Yes.
Got
But
it.
you
So-
lose a d8. So it's instead of 2d8,
let me
it's
just
1d12.
type it out.
Okay, so it's
How
a
about
if
that?
it's Sunblade is a +2 to hit and to damage. And then the damage it deals is a d8. If you hit undead, it's an extra d8.
So I mean, if you hit
And
living, an extra d8.
Anything that's alive.
I assume that's what the criterion on a Nightblade would be.
Okay, so I'm putting it in references. Just for the immediate. Nightblade +2 bonus to attack and damage. One-handed, it's 2d8 plus 1d8 fire, and two-handed, it's 1d12 plus 1d12 fire. But it does not have the characteristic that deals more damage against a certain type.
Oh.
It's just always 2d8 plus 1d8.
It's basically just always stronger, but it doesn't get any benefits against other foes. That's
Does that
the
mean
trade-off.
on average you want to single-hand it then?
If it's 3d8 single-handed versus 2d12 two-handed, yeah.
Mm. Okay. Do you guys mind if I just pocket this?
Go for
If
it.
you can turn it
As long as
off.
you don't attune to it.
Does Sunblade require attunement?
I don't know.
Sunblade
does.
does.
It does require attunement.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll put it in my bag.
I mean, I'm not gonna use it.
How long does it take for the peeps to get here?
About 20 minutes or so. So you got a little time to burn. In the
Are there
meanwhile.
other people in this building? Or I would assume not. Just curious if we kicked up any questions or ruckus.
I mean, the business below is definitely banging at the door, at the vault door.
There is a business downstairs that's actively
Yes,
running.
that is what is above or what is below the apartment that you guys.
So Rez and I should hide because we look like death, and somebody else answers the door.
Nah, you guys are healed.
I am doing a little better.
I'm doing better, but we definitely, both of us are probably have blood on us and stuff.
I've got a nice Christmas thing going on. Green from him and red from me.
That's gross.
Maybe.
Oh, that was the other thing with the Sunblade. It does also have proficiency with the longsword. Allows you to add your proficiency bonus to the attack roll for any attack you make with it.
That's
So the
Yeah.
same is true here.
Isn't that just normal?
It's just something on the Sunblade. I want to make sure it's copy pasted over there.
ish.
Well, Rez is gonna go to the door, unlock it, and yell at whoever's there, tell him to fuck off.
Wait, but how is he doing the necrotic damage?
If you had to guess, his warlock stuff.
Hmm. Okay.
Would you like him to post the stat block, Jake?
Yes.
Well, I just was like, the sword dealt the damage, so
He's the DM, he can do whatever he wants.
it's true. I just wasn't sure.
But yeah, I'm gonna tell those guys to fuck off.
All right, so you undo all the locks and open it up to a very angry short man with a apron on. What's all the commotion? You're driving away my customers.
You're adorable. Fuck off.
That's besides the point. Hey, wait.
We found Rez's type.
Short Italian.
Short Italian guy, that's what she's up to.
Wait a second.
Is Dan short?
He was.
If Rez was into you, she certainly isn't now.
Hey, don't you
I don't
close
think
the
she's
door
into
on me.
robots.
No, it's just funny. I'm just like, wait a second.
I think I'll just get down in his face. You are trifling in things beyond your control. Fuck off. I'm covered in blood.
Give me an intimidation with advantage for the blood.
Okay, guidance.
Just tap my back.
Good job, Rez.
You tell
Am
him.
I allowed to use strength for this?
To use what?
Strength for intimidation?
I think isn't that how we?
It's just a
We've done it
variant
that
thing
way.
you can do. If you
Yeah,
want.
I'm fine with it for certain types of it. Yeah, sure.
Sure, okay. And then a d4 on top of that. No, 4. 22.
22. Okay. To further drive home the point, you just put your hand on the side of the door and just start to crunch it in your hand.
One flicks onto his face.
Yeah. And you see his pallor immediately change as his face just goes white and his face droops. Yeah, bye. And he just hurries down the stairs.
Alright, now we can peacefully wait.
Man, I wish I had banishment prepared. That would have been much more handy.
Would
But
it
then we
have?
wouldn't be able to question him.
We'd be down a witness.
Well, if they get here, then can we just start heading towards the place?
Are we going
casino?
directly to the Dawn?
Yes.
I guess so.
I don't know what else we.
His number 2 was literally swapped out for a changeling.
I just didn't know if we wanted to ask him questions.
Yeah.
We actually have proof, so I feel like that'll be.
I can see the Don just being like, throw him in the vault.
Yeah.
We'll deal with them later.
But I think we're just gonna go do that, David.
Have a meeting
Yeah.
with the Dawn. Okay. So it doesn't take too long for your ride to get here. As Britt pops out her hammer at the ready as she runs up the stairs, pounds on the door. You said you got a mole? I can whack him. I got a hammer.
No, like a person mole. That
Yeah.
wasn't my father.
I'll
You
let
see
it in.
you see her deflate a little bit. Oh, come on.
Maybe
You guys
next
get to have
time.
all the fun.
Help us get into the car.
Yeah,
That's
come
fine.
on.
Yeah, driving is fun.
I can attest to that.
Deception check.
Roll or tilts her head back and just begrudgingly marches down the stairs, armor clanking. As Zare comes up. Oh, you found a body in there? Or made a body, I should say.
He's alive.
Yeah, your boss was swapped out.
Is that the place where you got the orders to come work for us? Did he tell you specifically from there?
Yeah, that was right from the boss, you know.
The
Big
Don.
boss. Yeah.
I
There you
didn't
go.
tell you to do that. Gotcha. Okay.
I mean, he told the boss, but then the boss told us, so kind of.
Get in the car.
He helps you carry out the body to the car, and yeah, you guys get in the car, get the body in the trunk,
Yep.
start your driving. Sorry it took us so long. There's a bit of a rush hour.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So we got a little bit of time. Care to tell us what you found there?
The changeling pretending to be Eidik. What's it look like?
Well, I don't know. You had him bound and gagged. I couldn't really see much.
Yeah, he doesn't look like Eidik anymore.
Mm.
But he did.
It just looks like you got a mannequin tied up in all sorts of things.
He used to be pretending to be Eidik before we kicked his ass.
Is there any way we can prove to the Don that this was Eidik?
I mean,
What kind of proof do we need?
You can't just show up at the Don and be like, "Hey, we
That
killed."
building's empty now. Eidik's missing.
Yeah, Eidik's missing. My
Go
dad
ahead and fucking look for him.
Rosie's actually very upset right now.
I would imagine she would be.
I suppose that tracks.
I mean, it's also, that's his suit. How many people have that good of a suit?
What are you
Clearly the
implying?
guy who got a hold of him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is he's wearing the same kind of suit Eidik does. Not many people do.
Can we just stop discussing whether or not my father is missing? Because he clearly is missing, and I would rather just go talk to the Don and
Yeah,
shut the fuck up.
I'm not
Thank
debating
you.
that fact. I'm just trying to point out some good facts for you to give to the Don. Jesus.
What's gotten into her?
It's like your dad's missing or something. I just to throw it out there, just because, for the sake of thoroughness, I assume we would have looked through all the stuff in the apartment just to make sure that he wasn't fucking tied up in the kitchen or something.
Yeah, like
Okay.
not tied up just in the bedroom, one
Yeah,
door
he's
over.
just like,
Leave without
Yes.
him.
yeah,
He wasn't in the apartment.
he wasn't in the apartment.
He was not in the apartment.
Cool.
All right. Did this guy have anything else on his person as we tied him up? Probably should also have asked about that.
So yeah, I mean, we can say that this was all done when you were tying him up.
Yeah.
You would see he had the sword. He does have a dagger. Once, I would say you would also note Eidik did have a metal hand that was not metal on the changeling, for obvious reasons, for things to take off. He would have had about 600 gold in Benjamin Chamans in his pockets.
So 6 Chamans.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
Everybody
And-
gets one.
Oh, nice.
Oh, what? No tip for your driver?
I hand him a silver.
He quickly pockets it. And then additionally, his eyes are normal, unlike Eidik's one missing eye. And then as far as anything else on his person, you would see a small thing. Maybe it could fit in the size, or it could fit in the palm of your hand. It's a stone disc with a runic inscription on it.
That sounds like a Dan thing.
I'll identify it. Is it
Okay.
magic?
It is magic. So you're identifying to just figure out what this item is. Okay. So it is a part of the spell that you previously used on the Demon Council corpse.
That we don't remember.
We don't remember the guy.
Correct.
Right. But we
You
remember
do not
doing
remember
it.
the guy.
But this is
You-
part of the Power Word Oblivion spell.
Correct.
Oh dear God.
Well, that's concerning.
They were gonna delete Eidik.
If they deleted him, we wouldn't remember him.
That's true.
That's correct.
But then how do
They
we
were
know we
going
haven't
to
forgotten
delete
someone
Eidik.
else?
Yeah, who are you trying to remember?
I don't
No, I'm
know.
kidding.
Not funny.
Kind of funny.
See, this guy gets it. He got dark humor.
Alright.
Fuck.
Casino.
I'll just let you guys lead because I have no idea what you guys are going to explain to this Don.
I think
Yeah, it sounds like a tall order and a side of fries. Good luck on that.
Yeah, I think we lead with the obvious. His number 2 is fucking missing.
All right.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a good way to start. Oh, we're almost here. As he takes a few more turns, and eventually heads to the steel mill that had been used previously as a hideout for the casino. Heading down once again into essentially a hidden room, or a magical hidden room, that pours out into the all familiar casino that you guys have been at before. After a few minutes of talking, I'm blanking on the term right now. We'll just say the waitress says, "Oh yes, Birdie told me that I should be expecting some people coming here soon. You're here to meet the Dawn, right?"
Yeah, is he ready?
If you're ready, right this way. Oh, please check your weapons, and if you could.
Yeah.
Dan
check our
barely
weapons.
pays attention to this as we walk past that counter.
You would see the members of the mafia. They do not adhere to that rule as they walk past the weapons check, so to say.
Rosie will just follow them.
Okay. Yeah, the weapons checks it. All right. I guess since they're with some of them, I guess it's okay. All right. And yeah, you guys walk on through past the casino, just down a very long set of hallways, leading upstairs into the very nice hand-carved wooden doors. As two guards step aside from the door, and one of them opens it up. He's expecting you.
Dried inside.
Are we dragging the body with us?
Probably in a bag
Figured
of
we could put him
holding.
in a bag, yeah.
Okay.
Just give him another solid punch to make sure he stays unconscious.
We might
Yeah.
have to dissolve if we do that.
Well, you can spare the dying. Punch him, spare him, put him in a bag.
Yeah, we're ready. In we go.
Okay. Well, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Your number 2 is missing. And I'll just gesture to the flunkies to dump the body onto the table.
Or onto the floor. It's nice. His table looks nice.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Is there like a chair?
Yeah, flop it into the chair.
Because Rosie's
thinking.
gonna go sit down in a chair and
Oh.
kind of like zone out a little bit.
And yeah, as the three get the body out of the bag of holding, they put it up on a chair and kind of tie it up. Thank you. Don't want blood on the carpet. So you say my number 2 is missing? Then who the hell is this?
This was the guy sitting in his apartment, pretending to be him. He had one of these. And I'll pull out the disc.
And you see his face droop a little bit. What are you trying to do to my boy? As he walks over slowly, quietly, his footsteps pounding on the ground from his weight as he walks across the table to this man sitting in the chair. And he tilts his head up so it's sitting up in the chair. And you are going to see him put his entire hand over this face as you realize his hand is pretty damn big. As it starts to squeeze at the head, and
sir, if you do that, he's going back to hell, I think. You might want to hold on to him.
he looks at you, just kind of gives you a side eye before he goes back to doing what he's doing as he tightens his grip, and out of the head starts popping out these dark-looking spheres that kind of almost appear out from the head. They kind of ooze out of the head, and he holds his hand underneath the head, collecting them all. Don't worry, he's not dead. He's just empty now.
You just took all of his memories and thoughts.
And soul.
Okay.
But he's not dead.
Dagrim is very, very confused. Is this Iodok?
No, this is not Iodok.
All right.
This is, as I was told, a mole. And he just slowly walks over to his chair and pulls out a wooden box that he opens up, and it's got a bunch of holes kind of carved out of the wood that match about the size of these spheres that he has extracted. He starts placing them in a seemingly determined order. I'm glad you brought him to me. With this, we should be able to find where they're keeping my boy.
His boy? Is this like Idek's dad?
In a mafia
No.
sense.
Okay. She does not ask that out loud.
If I might,
Inside check.
apologies, but now that you're aware of this, do you have any inclinations about when the switch might have occurred? When we might have last been speaking to the real Idek?
And as he's sorting some of them, he looks and peers through one of these spheres. and he says, "That could have been a tip-off. Looks like right after he got his new hand. That was what? Just before the last month of the year?"
That was a while
It
ago.
was a while back.
That was a while ago.
What story arc was that? I'm
What?
trying to
Yeah,
remember.
what happened right before?
I remember that time. I don't remember what
Yeah.
we were doing.
I don't remember what we were doing.
That was... Let me pull up my calendar.
End of November, early December, we couldn't get in touch with Ida because he was on a job.
This would have been
Before-
afterwards.
Oh, that after?
He said after he got his new hand.
Oh
and
yeah, there was
you
a
guys,
time where he was gone for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, he was
And then
out
he
on
came
that
back
job
with a new hand.
Oh shit.
at the end. It was the end of November, early December of last year in game.
And what is it now?
It is
It is-
currently like February 11th. Is
About
that right?
2 months.
Damn, we haven't had a real conversation about it in 2 in-game months.
Yeah,
He was
so in
protection as of the 23rd of last month.
So I would say, for reference, the more recent things that would have happened after Ida came back would have been you guys caught up with Apollo and got all your money back. So he's guessing it was a little while after Ida came back. He does not have these specifics right now.
So sometime in January, probably?
Was that
Either late December, early January. He's estimating.
And he's saying it wasn't when Idic was gone for 2 weeks.
No, he was still our boy then.
Do you have any inclinations where he might be?
probably in hell?
That's what you want to call their storage units. Although it's not too far off.
Wasn't that where they were gonna take me?
Yeah, it looked like it. This fucker's Demon Council, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
They've gotten quite the pair recently. It's one thing to put in a mold, but to replace my second in command.
That's not good.
No. And he's fairly quiet, but you can see a sense of urgency as he is looking through these baubles at a fairly quick pace, trying to make sense of as much of it as he can. Well, while I look, have you made any progress on the necklace?
Kind of, sort of. There's potential for plans. Although the more we learn about it, the more concerning the whole operation becomes. We're looking at a hive of about 100 mind flayers, at least. Plus the Elitharid.
Plus, whatever sea creatures are on the way.
Right. Plus, potentially an ancient black dragon that they may or may not have wormed because he was too stupid to fucking listen and not go back for his fucking horde. So,
It's not great.
It is not great. I gotta ask, what is this thing that we're trying to get here? I mean, does it not make sense to try and dupe some other group into grabbing this thing for us?
And as you bring that up, you see a small amount of green flame start to grow on his shoulders, as it seems like he's starting to get a bit tense looking through these memories. You don't think you're up for it? We can get another group. And as he says that, you see the flames subside a little bit. Smoke just starting to rise from his shoulders. I apologize. I shouldn't be so rude to you. You just helped me discover the biggest moles in our society. And he takes a few moments to breathe. It's not specifically the necklace. What's in the necklace?
Some kind
It's
of
a spell.
spell, yeah.
Are you familiar with how powerful magic can get?
We've seen Power Word. Well, we know about Power Word Oblivion.
Yeah, I mean, there's the disc thing. We've seen that kind of thing.
Could you imagine something more powerful than that?
I can imagine it. I can't really fathom what that would entail to actually construct that kind of spell, but sure, okay. More powerful.
Essentially it's on a whole another level of magic. Is what's contained in that necklace. At first, we didn't know what was in it. As you can imagine, something of that power needs to be hidden. And the Demon Council, being as powerful as they are, found a way. Putting the most harmless looking things out there. Disguise it as much as they can. So all it looks like, just a necklace. But something went wrong in their council. Made its way to us. By the time we really knew what it was, what we had in our hands, it was already gone. But I can tell you a theory that I have on why the Mind Flayers want it so badly. If they were to obtain it. Well, I should back up a little bit. Are you familiar with what lies in the center of this world?
It's some kind of big fucking beholder thing, right?
Good, you've been reading up and all of that. Good. Imagine if you could make an elder brain out of a god.
That'd be bad.
That'd be a big brain.
Exactly.
So the spell can make an elder brain out of he who sleeps.
Yes. Specifically, the spell is called the Spell of Soul Transfer.
So they
Normally-
would transfer the Eulitharid into the beholder.
Without the necklace, they cannot, as you may or may not be aware.
Right.
They do not have souls, as is. Mind flayers, that is. The soul of the being they possess is destroyed in the act of the ceramorphosis.
But with the necklace,
They can take the existing soul out of the god. Capture it.
pretty
Then
bad.
from there, they can. Not only do they have the soul of a god, but that they will also have the body of a god. It allows them to control it.
Pretty bad, for sure.
Now that I'm connecting dots, Rosie was the one who had the necklace. I could explain Camilla.
Yeah. Yeah, it could. So is this like a mind flayer spell, or is this some asshole's spell who just thought to himself, you know what sounds great is just, let me just shuffle souls around. That sounds like a productive thing to do with my time.
I know enough to know that it was created by the Demon Council. To what end, that I do not know. Unless they planned to harness, in some way, the same being, he who sleeps.
Yeah, a couple of names have come up over the past week. You know anything about a guy named Benjamin Shaman?
You see his eyes immediately flick to you in kind of an annoyed tone. I'm familiar with him.
Would he have something to do with this, perhaps? Or is he unaffiliated?
He's done work for all the mafias here.
Is he a fixer?
Not impossible. No, well, you could call him that. But he's much more powerful than that.
So it's possible he's involved.
I would not rule it out.
Okay. What about what's this? The Sovereign. It's like a white robe motherfucker.
And yeah, just as his eye was starting to look, or his eyes were starting to look back at the baubles, you mentioned the Sovereign again, and his eye just immediately flicks back at you. You're certainly learning a bunch of annoying names, aren't you?
I mean, if they're connected to this thing, I don't know anything about him other than he's powerful. He likes white.
I doubt the Sovereign is related to the necklace directly, but
I did.
if Benjamin Shaman is the Yang, then he is the Ying.
Comparably powerful.
Yes,
Interesting.
but his motives I do not know. Personally, I think that he's starting to give in to all the power he's accumulated.
Given
Since-
like get lazy or given like going crazy.
I say lazy would probably be the closest. You said that you showed me a dragon and a gem, right?
Yeah. I mean, we've gotten the impression he was connected to that situation.
Well, that's because he was. He's been imprisoning anything he views as too powerful.
Has he got him for you?
I'm sure once we reach a certain point, he will try. Right now, he's been working on the Demon Council.
Interesting.
Oh.
So potentially helpful in this case, then, for the time being.
You don't get in his way, potentially.
I don't know what his way is. I couldn't begin to try. All I know is he likes fucking with souls, which is why I thought maybe he would be related to this.
Does seem to be his MO.
He's more about containment. But to finish that last point, he's been getting lazy in the sense that he's been selling some of his power. Namely, the blue dragon that you have in that gem.
He's selling it. The dragon was in possession of Demon Council guys when we found it. Is he selling to them? I thought he was like against them, you just said. Could they have robbed him?
I could have robbed someone who had
Doubtful.
No, that's true.
it. I mean, if I might ask a quick question. It's not our place to know necessarily, but is the goal with the necklace right now simply to keep it away from the powers who currently want it?
I wish to do, once I am to have the necklace, now that I realize its power, separate the necklace from the spell, and then destroy the spell.
Insight check.
I will join you in that.
I'll join you. I'm terrible at it.
Same.
11.
3. Oh yeah, totally.
21.
All right, move over.
2.
17.
All right. I would say on any of the rolls above a 15, you would be able to catch. He is being very short with the information he's giving. He does not seem to be suppressing any of his normal emotions or anything like that. He's just laying it all out flat. As near as you all can tell, he seems to be telling you the truth.
Understood.
Bad business. That spell gets out there. I want to keep going what we have going.
Yeah.
Demon Council uses it for whatever reason. Should they try and control a god? Well, you can imagine they're not going to care about the plane that they came from at that point.
Sure. So you have a plan to destroy it then?
We have a containment to hold it once it's been separated. And then I'm sure you're familiar with the help who has been with you recently. Birdie.
Mm-hmm.
What about her?
Yeah.
She has the ability to destroy it.
Does she?
Told you she was a badass.
He is a long line, what you call spell singers. They can trace the magic strings that bind magic to this world. She can cut them if she feels necessary.
Okay then.
Fascinating.
There aren't many spell singers left, at least in my recollection.
Are they short on numbers? Are they getting hunted down? Or are they just having trouble with recruitment? What's up? They looking for people?
And he
I like
He-
powerful magic.
he gestures to the guards at the doors to close the doors, and you hear a loud click as they both lock. And you guys would hear all the sound from the casino in the background cutting, as if silence was cast around you all, but not in this area.
Right.
Benjamin Shaman, looking for Birdie.
Is he?
Yes.
So he could kill her?
That is the ultimate goal, but it is hard to kill an immortal like that.
So,
But he has his ways.
I mean,
I've heard
Immortals.
rumors that he was able to kill a god. I don't believe it myself.
from your description, he probably got some schmucks to do it for him. But not to get distracted from the matter at hand, are they recruiting? Are they looking to pass on any, soon to be long lost teachings?
Feels like a question for Birdie.
If you could ever convince her. Plus, you'd have to be able to live for at least 1,000 years. From what I've gathered.
Maybe once you replace the last little bit, Stan.
Yeah, those last little bits are kind of the most troublesome parts, huh?
Incidentally, if you did become one, you'd have Benjamin Shaman on your ass.
Yeah, if I did become one, I'd probably make it a priority to start fucking chasing his ass around. That's a long way off, though.
By the
Well,
way, I hope that I do not need to stress how important that info is and how secretive you must be with it.
not a word.
We understand.
Comes from a plane far off. Not from this plane. Benjamin Shaman has been hunting off of her, or after her. We're trying to keep her safe.
Sure, yeah. Reasonable thing to do with rare, powerful magic people. Well, enjoy your mole. If you ever figure out where Idic is,
Tell Rosie.
yeah, let us know.
I need to go get some fresh air.
Yeah, I think this might be where we take our leave. Unless there's anything else we need to cover while we have the Don's ear.
I think he's a lot to do.
Yes.
We'll leave you to it.
before you go, I do want to at least show thank you for what you've given me.
Of course, sir. We'd
He
be
is
happy to.
he is going to take out a set of badges, essentially, one for each of you, that he hands to you. And inscribed on it is each going to be your names. As you take hold of them, if you need anything from us, and I do mean anything, that will cover it. We're also going to give you a flying car as well. It's sitting outside waiting for you.
Well, sir, your generosity knows no bounds, does it? Thank you. It's very kind.
Appreciated.
Very appreciated.
So does these
Thank
look
you
like
for bringing
little?
this to me.
Do these look like little sheriff badges, like little stars
Little
with our
plastic
names
star
on them?
I didn't
What's
have
the-
time to make some
It comes
nice
with a
ones.
cap gun.
They're all like written on with Sharpie.
My niece made them.
You disrespect my drive-through sheriff badge?
I'm taking the car back.
You have any idea how many times it took me to go around that fast food joint?
My hands are so big, and so big are small.
I keep crushing these.
I would say they are shaped like a shield, for what it's worth. And in the center, they do have your names etched on them.
Okay.
And it's got kind of a mirrored pattern on the left and the right side. Symmetrical looking pattern.
Interesting.
Alright, I think we'll
And
skedaddle.
yeah, I think that's probably going to be a good note as we can get for ending this close. A little after 12.
This is a small little thing. As we walk out,
What's up?
Rez is gonna put her hand on Rosie's shoulder and just say, her human hand, and just say, we're gonna find him.
She'll just do a little nod.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as we hear back from the Don, we're moving on it. 100%.
Same little nod.
Okay, that's all.
Can you believe the balls of that fucking pale ass piece of shit ass fucking nasty, disgusting, filthy changeling?
I was like, how many can he add to this? Oh, he just kept going.
Feels very charged.
I hate changelings. Ugh.
Disgusting.
Britt just kind of looks astonished at you.
Oh, not
Kiss
you.
your mother with that mouth. I'm saying you kissed your mother with your mouth with that mouth.
I mean, he doesn't.
Goodness.
No, I don't.
It's a robot mouth, he can't kiss anything.
I can't. It's true.
Didn't try, it just pinches, I assume.
It's just clink.
Good.
It's like bumping up teeth with someone.
I mean, it's no grosser than putting your sword up to your face, I guess.
Alright, session over.
So,
All right. So
we got a
yeah,
car!
you got a flying car, and all it took was almost 2 of you dying.
We got a flying car!
All right, David, what's the new scar I have to draw on Rosie?
I would say it was a hellish rebuke, so probably like burns.
Yeah, all
would be the
across
most
body.
realistic.
No eyebrows.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Hair's
No eyebrows,
gone.
hair's gone.
Clothes and tatters.
Yeah, her skin is kind of sloughing.
I would say
Melting.
Just picture a ghoul from Fallout, and
Kind of
that's
Dagrim-esque, honestly. Welcome to the club.
Lovely.
Now you know
Never
what
I
mind.
was more just gonna say like
Welcome.
I would say more just like probably like around the chest or shoulders, if I had to guess, because it's gonna go for the central mass for the spell. Rez would probably have like 3 slash marks on her, or 4 slash marks on her for scars.
Is that a rule we're going by? Is when you
That's
get
kind
down?
of it's not necessarily a rule. It's more just
I
kind of
think
like a little flavor thing I like to add. It's like if you ever go down, you get a scar from it. But it's just flavor. You don't have to go by it.
I like that.
Probably a lot
Yeah.
of cuts on Rez.
Rez is taking some
probably
hits.
All right.
Well, let's do MVP then.
I'm voting for Rosie. 'Cause she did a fuckload of damage.
That she do.
Say Ray.
Sure. Let's go to Rosie.
I'll do Rosie too.
I'll give it to Dan. Because he dimension door.
Don't vote for me. I have 6 points. Don't do it.
Well, it doesn't
full.
matter.
I'm full up.
You have 6 points?
Well, my inspiration and 3
and 3
banked.
points.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm voting for you because I think you deserve it.